matter how prepared you think you might be for what a group of slime goblin player characters looks like, you're not prepared. You couldn't possibly be prepared for the amount of tinfoil and cooking utensils that these costumes would include.
I got a big stick.
Who took my bacon?
Where's the bacon?
There's
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a an adventure. We'll just go with adventure as the word I'm going to use here.
Oh, yeah.
There's some Pathfinder 2nd edition, and thanks to the good folks at Jasper's Game Day, thanks to Fenway for having us over here, a good cause. We're doing a charity adventure now, and that includes a lot of neat stuff that I know about and you guys at the table don't know about.
Oh boy.
But I'm gonna vaguely tell in a somewhat non-direct kind of way, so magical surprises could possibly happen at a later occasion.
Oh, boy.
All of you here in the chat, if you're coming to hang out and have a good time, great, enjoy. If you want to help support some really good mental health charities with Jasper's Game Day, there is a donation link that will come through in the chat time by time. Exclamation point charity should also make it show up from Nightbot, I believe, was what we ended up on as the command. But in there, you will find that there are some incentives, perhaps, that can make shenanigans happen
Oh, boy.
Am I going to have to sing God Save the
at
Queen?
this table. Well, it's much more likely you might die, but we'll see. Anything can happen. It could even be instantaneous death. It's
Man, that's quite... At least we know if we instantaneously die, someone really donated a lot of money to me.
you're gonna
$5.
die
Whole $5.
for a good cause. So you got that going for you, which is nice. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen?
Donuts.
I mean,
Instantaneous
They're out
death.
I mean,
Right.
it's trash goblins, but...
So most of the time, it's not. That's the worst thing. There's an entire slew of other intermediate things. It could even be stuff like hero points. Hero points are on there
Oh, I like hero.
because I'm not giving you any. So
You're mean.
We're heroes.
Maybe.
We are noble heroes.
We are noble heroes.
I'm totally a hero. You don't even know it.
I am here.
so
I'm
Andrew. Oh.
just here to cook things.
interlude completed, or introduction rather completed. We are the Two Perception Show. We play a lot of Pathfinder. Recently, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I understand a lot of you that have been following the Jasper Spring Spectacular here may not be terribly familiar with the Pathfinder role-playing game, especially the newer 2nd Edition that's only a little over a year old, I think, at this point. And that's okay, because this particular one-shot here with this gang of level 1 idiots is meant to be very introductory, and it's honestly fairly easy to understand, even if you don't really have any tabletop knowledge at all. Everything comes together fairly simply. We'll have some explanation for how things are working, where things are coming from. You okay? Tinfoil man, you ready for action? So, for our adventure today, we have not just 5 goblins sitting here at this table, but an entire tribe of goblins known as the Bumblebrashers, who have lived for, well, at least as long as any of you have been around. Goblins aren't particularly fantastic at history or bookkeeping or
At least 3 or 4
remembering
days.
things for more than 5 minutes.
I keep very good books. Thank you very much.
I was
keep a-
born at least 3 summers ago.
So it's been at least that long that you've been here in the seedy dell. Not really sure why it's called that. It's really just a large pile of rocks. It's a very fancy large pile of rocks. A castle once, probably. But the Longshanks call it a seedy dell. So a seedy dell it is. But this morning, as you were going about your goblin business, the basements, as you are wont to do, tragedy has stricken the Bumblebrasher tribe. Out of nowhere, unannounced, with no warning whatsoever, From the depths below CD Dell, a wave of strange, very angry folk came. You're not really sure what they are. You haven't seen anything like them. Some of them look like monkeys. Some of them look like frogs walking upright. Some of them you're pretty sure are just entire dragons. But there are a lot of them. They are terrifying. They are large. And they were very, very angry. And so as we begin our adventures today, the Bumblebrashers are not in Citadel. They are outside. Some distance away. Not so much camped as hiding in the surrounding forests after a mad scramble to escape, grabbing what you could to make your way out of Citadel away from these incredibly angry, weird humanoid animals. And of note, the heroes of the Bumblebrasher tribe. These fine, brave goblin folk have a very important job ahead of them.
We're gonna eat?
Well, I mean, food is definitely kind of an important thing. Most of that's back in Citadel.
Okay, I left all the fruit, the larders inside the citadel.
I brought bacon.
Bacon's good for now, but you're gonna need more for later. But who do we have here? Let's start us off with Tinfoil Man.
No,
Here beside the table.
it's Knapsack the Fierce.
Knapsack the Fierce.
I am Knapsack the Fierce, and I am a brave gladiator. I have won all of my battles, which is why I worship myself. I have many medals. I have taken all of the people I have defeated, pieces of their armor and shields, and made it into this here helmet. It is the helmet of defeat, but it goes on the head. I know. It's weird. And I like fighting things, and I like singing songs and entertaining people, and I like ordering the rest of the goblins about.
Let me just say, the best thing about all this is painful expression.
It's gonna. This is pain. This is going to be pain for about 3 hours. That's okay. Pain for charity. I can do it. Well, Knapsack, particularly large for a goblin here. Maybe one of the few that is very excited about whatever it is we're about to go do. On the opposite side of that spectrum, who's not sure why he's included in this group.
Well, it's because I ran out into the woods with everyone else when the monsters came up. I'm Clatter. I'm the cook. I cook things. Most of the stuff I cook was back in the CD doll, though. I should really get that back before dinner time because I need to. That's the entirety of our stores right now. I think Knapsack's gonna eat it all. Oh, thank you. I'm good. Oh, when I hit pots together, people say it does magic because they all come. I think I just do it because I do it when dinner's ready, though.
Well, we have a gladiator. We have a cook. We have, what looks like a wizard hat, I see.
I am Greyhatius Real Wizard, and I'm a very real wizard. I have my wizard hat and my wizard book, and that makes me much more of a wizard than any of these other idiots.
That is not wrong.
I can cast magic from my book, like goblin fire. Just little fire fights out. This little spark.
You just tear pages out of it.
You are probably the only one with, I guess Clatter seems to have some magic, but certainly the only wizard in the Bumblebrasher tribe. And, what class is your character again?
I'm a sorcerer.
Doesn't sound like a wizard to me.
Very real wizard.
It says wizard right on
It says wizard on my book, and I have the hat.
Fair
You
enough.
can't refute the book.
You can't argue with the book. The book says what it's going to do. Okay, so other side of the table here. That is a very large stick that you have. It looks
That's
like
not
you
just a
literally
stick.
just...
That's my bow. I'm leafy.
I love that it's actually on the other camera.
That's the whole point. Took this off for Longshank, I did. It, sort of works.
It's a little floppy.
But I'm Leafy, professional scout and hunter. And I'm here to hunt down the rabbit that took my ally.
Your concern is a rabbit?
Yep.
Monkeys and frogs just chase you out of your home.
The rabbit's got to be down there somewhere.
Were you like laying real still?
I had to be still so I could get him. He found me first.
Did the rabbit out hunter you?
Absolutely.
Was she a very like large rabbit, like of unspeakable size and strength?
Not pretty normal, about yay tall white rabbit.
That's very big. That's like almost as big as me.
Good point.
It's very scary actually. The rabbit's in the CD though.
I don't
Not
know.
out here with us.
Yeah, could be.
Oh gosh,
It's
we
very
gotta
sneaky.
get back in the CD doll if it's out here.
And finally, the end of the table here, looking a bit more proud perhaps than the rest of these goblins. The monocle and all. What do we have?
I am Ilmoth the Shiny, Paladin of the Order of the Shiny Buckets. I spread its mighty, glorious word up across the goblin culture, for I am the most sophisticated of goblins. Mind you, pinky out, everyone.
I poops in your bucket.
You have thee? I shall shield bash you.
What?
He convinced me to polish my pots.
That's a very shiny pot. It's almost a shiny bucket. It's a good homage to the shiny
It's an ancient goblin recipe that our order has spent generations making.
We just got a $250 donation, so
Okay.
you get to
Oh.
pick whatever you want to do.
Okay. Extreme generosity for the glorious goblin squad and your costumes here. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
You
Is
are
that the everyone
generous and
dies?
wonderful.
So if that that has no direct correlation, I could use it as perhaps a bucket of hero points, if this pleases.
You worship the bucket, you
I
get
worship-
goodies.
Please does, please.
Give us the gold. Give us the gold.
Or maybe chickens.
Well, we could be both. It could be both.
Give
So
the goblin some gold.
take a stack of hero points. We'll pass these down the table and get everyone one to start with. So as our adventures ensue here, you can use those at any point during today's show to re-roll a d20 roll. And as you are out here, getting your bearings in this field, some of you looking warily back towards City Dell, you looking warily for a rabbit. You probably also worried about this rabbit at this point. You do see in the distance a white shape, maybe about 20 feet away, nearby to a tree. And as your chieftain, your Halba Chal here, is preparing to organize to send you back on your very important, very dangerous goblin mission, this white thing comes around the corner, not furred, but feathered. Looks like a particularly large chicken.
Dinner.
I think he might be in cahoots with the rabbit.
But coming around the tree behind him, not just one chicken, but what looks like a wandering flock of them. And as you have fled so quickly from the citadel, you have found your way around to the roosting grounds of some wildfowl. And they are not happy about the Bumblebrashers' intrusion.
We've run afoul of some fowl.
Oh, but I'm very happy to see them.
They
It's
don't
gonna be
seem very
good
happy
food.
to see you.
All my sages in the city though.
Not a lot of people happy to see us.
Do you have a chicken for my pot?
I certainly will here in a minute.
So,
My pot.
as these chickens, seemingly not intimidated by the fact that you are just barely larger than they are, rush towards the group of you. Wings is spread, squawks are flying.
Gentlemen,
We're gonna-
prepare thyself.
We're gonna roll some initiative. So, as everyone was just kind of standing around, not really prepared for this, it's just gonna be your perception skills that you're going to be rolling for your initiative here against this angry flock of fowl rushing towards the Bumblebrashers. And as much of the rest of your tribe already very high-strung from the day's events, flee away from this. Our brave heroes step forward to stand strong against these foul.
Now, the good news about being a twitchy goblin, I get a +1 to
I want-
initiative.
Ooh.
Always ready for combat.
I am
What are these
also
two?
twitchy.
You missed the tower.
So watch this
It's over
right
there.
here. I absolutely did not have a map prepared for a whole bunch of chickens to show up immediately. But I have good news,
That's just respectful.
which is that I can just use the power of Arkenforge, which is our virtual tabletop we use here for this. Because the way we play is a little bit interesting here in the Two Perception Show. We're all sitting around a table, physically here in person, as you can see. But we didn't really want to give up all the cool powers of a virtual tabletop. So we have a bit of a hybrid setup. We have a screen in the middle of the table, and we use that like our actual playmat. And I am rapidly scrambling to throw together an adventure here. And I think I have just about got it.
Ooh.
Look at us. We are so pretty.
I love it.
You may recognize this from it's not Guardian's Way for Mage of Ashes, if that's what you're implying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
recognize it at all.
And there is not one, but 4 angry chickens charging forth towards the party.
I am so hungry all of a sudden.
So, let me get some initiative values here. So, Knapsack the Fierce.
23.
What did you roll?
I rode an 18, and I am also twitchy.
Oh, we got a lot of twitchy goblins here in this group.
All wise
Give me
goblins
initiative most.
is.
Clatter.
Clatter gets a 21.
20. You guys are super ready for
I
these
rolled a
chickens.
17. Yeah, no.
I know you've been spooked by the day's events.
We gotta eat.
Real Wizard R?
18.
That's still not bad for level 1. Omarth the Shiny.
I was a little distracted with my reading and bookkeeping and everything that I rolled at 11.
I think you're making up words.
And Leafy.
Got a 13. Thought I saw the rabbit for a minute. Spooked me.
And our squad of chickens here.
All nat 20s.
I don't know.
As they
Everybody-
Naruto run up to us.
That's not horribly off for what a chicken does, honestly. Like,
He's not wrong.
ooh. It hits you with a 20. So they're coming up. They're pretty upset. Knapsack the Fierce, you are certainly up first.
Sudden charge!
All right.
So sudden charge is very nice because I get to run up in their faces, and if I'm within range of making me a hit, I got to make a slap as part of my movement.
Fair enough. Allowing you to use 2 actions to get into range here. Second edition Pathfinder has tried to somewhat streamline action economy from traditional tabletop RPGs. There's not like kinds of actions. Every turn you just get 3, and you can do whatever you want with them. Sudden charge is 2 of them. Letting you rush up right into the fray here and just swing wildly at the nearest chicken.
I'm gonna pounce on that poultry!
Loopy Caster just donated
I'm
20
going
for
to
a
use
hero
that hero
point to the GM.
Ooh. Well, give me your hero point and hand it right over, because I'll take this one for the chickens from Loopycaster.
Oh, Luke!
Of course.
He's doing it again.
And
get to
Jake
keep
just
Our
donated
nemesis.
35 for wild magic.
Oh. All right, get your swing. Get your swing. Ooh, fun times are about to happen here.
What's better than a 1, I suppose?
It's actually 4 times higher than a 1.
I'm going to hurt something. It's going to be a 14.
With a 14, as you rush up towards these chickens, they are nothing if not swift, but you are a trained gladiator. 14 will absolutely still hit a wild chicken. So go ahead and roll me your damage. And as you take your swing, rushing into battle here against this first chicken, you notice something strange happening.
Ooh.
It's gonna be 12 damage on that chicken.
It's a chicken. 12 damage. It's not alive anymore. What are you wielding?
A halberd.
Kind of a halberd.
Dinner is served.
Running in with a halberd. Yeah, that is the first problem we're going to have here, having left all the food behind. You are immediately going to send feathers flying with a wild... as this thing just kind of puffs. Ooh. And as that happens...
Does it turn into a bunch of baby, like, tiny chickens?
Well, we're gonna find out. Just saying, 97 out of percentile dies. Usually a bad time. You hear
Mama chicken.
Queen chicken.
Boom.
you hear a strange sound, all of you, that seems to be emanating out from Knapsack himself, as if a fanfare was playing. Trumpets, horns, violins. Strange music just seems to be emanating out from him, lauding his charge into battle and his victory over the first of these foul.
That's why I'm my own deity.
He literally starts playing your own theme song. Is the wild magic we have happening here. You have one action left.
Well, I'm going to take another swipe with my halberd, of course. There's another chicken to be pummeled.
And with the halberd, you do have access to reach, which means you can attack non-adjacent creatures, so...
But I'm going to take a -5 because it's my second attack.
That is correct.
Well, give me that 20. That's not...
It's gotta go in the
Gotta
dice
get in
tower.
the dice tower. Ah.
I hate this dice tower more than life itself. Can we have a discussion?
Goblins.
Perhaps distracted by the fact that you seem to be emanating your own theme song. Knapsack's second swing, gonna just swing wide for this chicken. Clatter, you are up next.
Okay, Clatter. You're up. Dinner time! Dinner time! That's going to be Inspire Courage. I'm going to spend an action as I clang for dinner time, as the goblins tend to do. Everyone feels invigorated because dinner time has happened. Everyone gets +1 to attack and damage, and saves against fear because, you know, it's
Terrifying
dinner time.
chickens.
I'm scared.
Oh, yeah.
They're really big chickens.
And he's going to take his little saucepan, and he goes, "Go get him!" And he's going to throw it with a casting magic with a telekinetic projectile as the saucepan flies with a blinding speed towards a chicken.
Makes it super easy if you just send all your cooking utensils over to prep the meal themselves. So,
works.
you will be making me a spell attack roll to hit this chicken.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's a 13.
13, not quite going to do it. And as the saucepan flies in, these chickens perhaps a little more skittish now after the first one exploded. They duck out of the way as the pan flies into the dirt.
That was my only plan.
And since casting that spell is 2 actions after your first one, that's going to end your turn, bringing us to the angry flock of chickens. And I wish I had chicken noises ready on Sirenscape, but I am the worst.
Who needs Sirenscape when you have a table full of idiots?
Thanks, of course, to our partner in Sirenscape for the background ambiance here, which unfortunately I don't currently have chickens. 2 of them are just going to flutter around Knapsack here. But as one of them has to move a bit of a ways to get in range, I believe... What?
It's attack of
I
opportunity
got
time.
my own bonus. I forgot about that.
You have failed us.
I have failed us.
Attack
That
of
will
opportunity
provoke a
time.
reaction from the fighter, who can take a free swing as enemies try to reposition around him.
Bad chicken. Bad chicken.
Hey.
That looks like a
Oh,
13.
that's going to be very nice. That's going to be a 23.
With the Inspire
That's,
Courage?
Oh, that's a 24 then.
A 24 then.
Boy.
I haven't dialed it in pretty well. That's going to critically succeed. In 2nd edition, you don't need natural 20s in Pathfinder to crit anymore. There's a system called Degrees of Success. So if you make an attack roll and you are 10 higher than the target's armor class, or you roll a natural 20, that's a critical success. And these chickens are not really meant to stand up to halberds. So
That's
Oh,
a
God.
10.
That's a 10.
that's going to deal double maximum damage.
That's going to be 14, so 28 damage to that chicken.
That chicken's not even there anymore. There's not even feathers. That chicken has ceased to exist on this dimension.
We got fricassee now.
This
He
is
is
how
gone.
you puree.
But the other chicken gonna be perhaps distracted by the glint of the armor on Omar the Shiny over here. Is gonna rush towards the rest of you. But his first chicken, up next to Knapsack, enraged, is going to peck wildly towards you. For a 13 to hit.
Knapsack doesn't even notice that he's there. He just kind of like holds his arm up and it just kind of clangs off his tinfoil.
It's kind of whacking some armor. But he only used one action to get to you and one to swing, so he can absolutely use his third to just attack again. Second time's the charm. They say it's not. That's an 11.
That is even worse.
So as this one helplessly kind of pecks over here at Knapsack, Omar, the chicken, has turned his attention to you. And will peck your direction. You know, I'm going to use this, this hero point that Loopy gave me. Put this right here in our team mascot, Kados, the friendly mimic. To reroll that 5 as he flutters up with his wings off the ground to bring himself up to level with our noble hero. Ah! That's much better. A 21! Good sir.
Even with my shield up, that is going to hit.
As he gets around this guard, truly a powerful
But I'm
chicken.
definitely going to race into that.
All right, and Yazoo, your reaction here to try and use your shield to block some of this damage, he is going to peck you for 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so, and that takes off my.
Takes off whatever the hardness of your shield is as you're blocking. It's going to reduce the damage by that much. What kind of a shield do you have?
I have a steel shield, so its
Which-
hardness is 5.
Should have hardness 5, which means
Yeah.
you'll actually entirely absorb that attack.
So he just kind of sees it coming and he just kind of goes, stop it, flings him off. Bloody
Brings us to, wow, the initiative literally just went around the table. Gradius, real Wizardar.
Great headiest real wizard. Clink. Clatter. I want to call you Clinker. Clatter. I know just a spell to cook a chicken.
Can I get my pot back?
Cookies. Chickenus. And he just rips a page out of his book and it flicks up in the air as it catches fire and then flies towards the chicken. As he casts a produce flame. One of my mini wizard cantrips.
When you rip
Alrighty,
all the
and then-
pages out, can you not cast anymore?
I'll just get another wizard book.
I guess that makes sense.
You need to make a spell attack roll.
Plus the one from my good friend Clatter here. That is going to be a 22.
22 will absolutely hit you. Aiming at the chicken near Omar to the chicken near Knapsack.
The one near.
Closest
Shiny.
one to you. Fair enough. The small fireball hits this chicken.
For a total of
That's
8
another
damage.
D20.
20, my friend.
I don't think
There's
you
a
can...
D4.
There's a
in there.
D4 in there
Oh, I
somewhere.
didn't say the D4. I just saw D20. I was like, you don't do D20 damage.
really
weird. Now.
Get out of
Yeah, I
here.
can't even like read it.
This is
For a
strange.
total of 8.
8 points of fire damage is going to singe the feathers off of this chicken as well. Not so much a moment really to squawk as it is stripped to its naked skin. Cooked little poultry.
If it's still alive.
It is not.
No. Okay.
Might as well
We
put a
just
plate
got
under
a
it.
donation.
I'm going to
from
look at the
Jake
other
and a
chicken.
mimic.
Dropping perfectly to the ground. And as Leafy is readying himself, all is not well in this field. There is far more danger than just a roving flock of fowl. The din of battle has drawn the attention
Of the rabbit.
of another.
Hope it's not that rabbit.
Might be the rabbit.
Rabbit's almost as big as me.
Who's engaged with the chickens?
What if it's my arch nemesis?
One of these chickens here, the last one left, as it pecks and sees all of its allies die, starts to kind of grow and warp and contort.
Right?
As the feathers fade away to a strange little fleshy exterior, its beak opens up to a maw of fanged teeth. This apparently was not actually a chicken, but a mimic who was enjoying his time running around pretending to be one.
What?
A much more terrifying and powerful foe.
See, this is why we brings the garlic.
But it's bigger now. We can eat more.
I don't think that's a real chicken, my darling.
Leafy.
Hey, that's my garlic.
Oh, now, as a ranger, I do one thing, and I do one thing really well. I hunt prey. That's my prey.
That definitely
First action.
I think you're its prey.
Definitely not. The first action, I'm gonna hunt that, and it becomes my target. Second action, I'm gonna prop my bow up right here on the ground, lean it over against one of my allies, casting Gravity Weapon, my
doing?
focus spell, turning this flimsy thing into a real bow.
You're not a spellcaster, but that's just a bit of magic you got from a class feat. And a lot of classes have options like that in Pathfinder to add small little cantrips or bits of fitting magic onto what is realistically like an archer and hunter class. Make bow good, pretty good power though.
Make bow good, better good.
Make bow good, better good. More bigger.
But it's a long bow, and I'm within 30 feet. So I take a -2 to my attack for having a volley trait.
Bow is very large. It's kind of hard to shoot point blank.
I'm gonna pull back and unleash a shot.
Gravity bow only a single action?
Yep.
Oh, fantastic. All right, well, give me an attack roll against this large chicken demon.
Ooh.
Okay. That's a 16 on the die. So normally that would be a +7 to +5, giving me a 21. But it's a 22 with that.
So with a 22, your arrow is absolutely going to fly into the now much larger target of this thing. That'll hit.
And I get 2d8 as my damage. +3 with this and gravity bow. For 12 damage.
12 points of damage. So let me just double check real quick here. Our friend the Mimic does not have any particular resistance to piercing damage, so he will take 12 points of damage. But even as you see this particularly large arrow lodge itself into the Mimic, he doesn't seem terribly phased. Just more angry.
That's a big one.
Oh, Martha Shiny.
Well, as my first action, I shall take on my fighting stance and brace my shield with both arms, which increases the hardiness of my shield by 2, as well as increases the damage die when I go to shield bash this chicken.
You are actually just going to go whack it with a shield.
Yes.
All right. So second action, you can step up to it, which moving a single tile is, unless you have reach with your shield.
I was talking to the regular chicken, not the giant chicken.
That one's
That is
That
dead.
one's
The only one that's
Oh, that
left
one's
is
dead.
big
I
chicken.
couldn't tell.
It does
That one got
chicken.
set on fire. That one's
Okay,
a cooked
well,
meal now.
I might as well, step up and take a smack. That is going to be, and there's a +1, so that's going to be 8 plus 17. That's 25.
25 is absolutely going to hit.
And I use.
I
a
thought the
D6.
Mimic was going to be a problem, but then you just guys rolled 16s and 17s.
Just
Now-
roll 20, forehead.
Just roll 20s for it.
Exactly. So normally, a shield. Well, actually, I have shield boss as well, which
Yeah, the shield boss is the weapon that you are using, basically.
yeah. So that goes up to a damage die. That would be a D8.
If it's a d6 normally, then yes.
Yes. Well, then I need to grab a different die.
Whap.
My apologies.
Smack!
Hold on. I'm a lot better at this than I thought. 12.
12 points of damage.
bonk.
24 on the Mimic.
Oh, I'm sorry. 13.
13
Max
even.
damage.
25 points
high.
of damage on the Mimic. As you smash into this thing, you hear a squelch as your shield connects. And I need you to make me a reflex save.
A reflex save?
Mhm.
Oh, God.
He's gonna poop on him.
That's I'm going to kindly give back my hero point as I'm going to readjust my footing and attempt again into something much worse.
That was very bold to reroll
Yeah,
a
you
12.
rerolled a 12. Wow.
Bold man.
10.
10 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I should have
as
stuck what I
you
had.
smack and slam your shield in this Mimic, you pull back to hit it again, and your shield doesn't move. You're kind of expecting to just haul it back up. So as you pull, you actually kind of slap yourself in here and get stuck in the strangely gluey body of this chicken demon now.
Unhandy.
You are grabbed by this Mimic.
You have to forgive me. I don't exactly have depth perception right now. Grabbing things from you is a little
Because
difficult.
you do kind of have one eye at the moment. And let me see, as we're in a new round here, when this Mimic is going to act.
He normally has 2.
All right, Knapsack the Fierce. Come back around to you, and then it will be Mimic.
Does anybody want chicken kebabs? It's chicken kebabbing time! And he will take his halberd and skewer this chicken through the breast.
Okay.
It's the best part. You're ruining it.
Everybody loves white meat!
Yeah.
Is that a 12?
That's 12.
It's gonna be a 22.
22 will hit him.
Everybody knows chicken kebabs is the tastiest type of chicken.
7.
This is 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11 points of skewering damage.
All right, so as that blow lands, which looks certainly like it would be fatal, were the wild magic not coming into play again, your theme song still playing as you valiantly swing against this thing.
Does it become a dragon?
What is going to happen to Knapsack?
I'm scared.
Knapsack vanishes.
Why is my life like
Runs thrusts out for the killing blow. He winks out of existence, disappearing. Knapsack, you find yourself floating through a strange void. Oddly kind of peaceful, comforting.
This is kind of nice.
Surrounded by bright pinpoints of light in the distance, like so many stars. It's quiet and you're strangely at calm.
I killed the chicken and I got elevated to godhood. Now I'm in heaven and I rule everything.
You can still hear the sound of your theme music playing. As it resonates through this lonely dimension.
Knapsack wins.
It's,
He wins Pathfinder.
it stops for the rest of you. The knapsack is whisked away. But with that blow failing to land, the mimic is still here. So... and now it's only kind of Omarth in range. So you're kind of stuck to this. It doesn't so much turn his beak. It turns and looks at you, closing its beak as its beak kind of sucks back into its own face. The beak reemerges out from underneath a weird fleshy wing to bite at you.
What?
For a natural 1. So,
It just kind of glances off and I'm like,
Stop tickling me! Stop
it
it!
comes.
Stop it!
That fails. It goes back in and comes out on the other side. Just to make it a little better. There we go. So with the multiple attack penalty, that is going to be a 17 to hit.
With my shield, that is going to miss.
And able to... Does your shield still count as raised as you're swinging with it?
Yes.
Oh,
It's my weapon, so yeah.
Stance is doing
That's
My
awesome.
stance.
yeah, he's like doing
but it
this
can't
and-
get its little beak around your shield. You are kind of a ball of armor and metal.
Yep.
So this thing is going to extend a tentacle that was once a leg out as it sticks on to one of the nearby corpses of the chickens, hauling it up and flinging it out towards the party. Launching this dead, roasted chicken that's been cooked so well by Grey Hattius at, survey says Grey Hattius.
That's what I call
Did
food
he
service.
say? Did he say launching or lunching?
His third attack of the turn. So his is carrying a lofty -10 penalty onto the sling, giving us still a 14 to hit you.
You hit.
He's
Oh, bam.
pegged by this roasted chicken.
You were just trying to catch it,
It's
weren't
exactly
you?
what you wanted. It's just it's a little larger than you anticipated. It's gonna bean you in the face for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And now it is the turn of Clatter.
No, you have to share it. My skillet.
I had a one-shot prepared, but I feel like it's not just gonna be fighting chicken monsters in the forest. I'm okay with that.
Dinner time still. Dinner time still.
This is not the adventure I came here to run.
One action to keep up. Inspire courage. Dinner's taking a little longer to prepare than I thought.
Just got dinner. It got delivered.
It's not fair. I want some. Oh, thank you very much. All right, that'll be one action to take a chicken leg, and then the other action I'm gonna run over to where I dropped my skillet and pick it up. So probably like over there.
Okie dokie. And I'll go ahead and put you over yonder.
I'm ready now.
And is that one action just a stride?
Yeah, I figured the other action was taking a chicken leg because I'm eating it now.
Oh, fair enough. All right, so the third action is eating some delicious chicken, which, as there are no more chickens to activate, means it is Grey Hatius' turn.
I spit the chicken leg out, or the whole chicken out of my mouth. Let's cook another one, shall we? Clatter? I can never remember your name. It's so boring. Goblin, fire, cookies, chickenus.
I do my best.
As this time, I forgot about my sorcerer elemental bloodline magic.
One-shot things.
One-shot
astral plane,
thing.
I can't take
I
it.
get bonus damage to my produced flame of 1 or +1 to my intimidate if I choose to try to scare the giant chicken. I'm going to try to scare the giant chicken after this spell.
Okay, give me a spell attack.
I rolled a 1. As he goes to say his words, he flubs up and bites his tongue. Burning-ish, chickenous, gobbo fire! As I use my hero point to turn that 1 into a 3.
Still not a 1.
That's better.
It's an 11 total.
And this 11, your fireball is just going to barely graze this chicken mimic demon thing, splashing out in bits of singed papers and ash past it.
And then I'm going to attempt to intimidate the chicken by bowing up and going, "Ah!" as bigly as I can. I do not share a language with it. I get a +7 plus 8 total, so it's a 16 total minus.
Minus 4 because
Yeah.
it doesn't.
It doesn't
don't
understand
speak
you.
Chicken mimic.
I don't speak chicken mimic. Just flapping my
Well.
arms as wildly as possible.
I have good news for you. Mimics speak common.
Ah,
So you actually do not have a penalty for with a 16. The mimic kind of failing to bite onto Omarth here and taking a lot of damage. Actually seems a little intimidated. He is going to be frightened 1. That's your third action. Which brings us to Leafy.
Frightening's
Now.
not good.
I don't particularly remember a chicken like this. I'm gonna recall knowledge. With a +5 to my nature. What kind of chicken is this? I know it's not a chicken. That's what I'm recalling what kind of chicken this is.
I got you. So, using an action to recall knowledge, trying to learn something about the enemy, it's a secret roll. Because if you critically fail with a natural 1 or failing by more than 10, you recall something wrong. This particular chicken here, you're not sure you've ever really seen a chicken like this. But you're pretty sure that the longer the chicken of sin remains in battle, the more powerful it becomes.
I gotta put it down quick,
It
guys.
will only grow larger as it continues to battle. That leaves you
no.
with 2 actions left.
I gotta put it down. It's gonna keep growing, guys. And I'm gonna prop my bow up against whatever that is right there beside me. And shoot another gravity
Definitely
shot.
not the bandit hideout from the map this came from.
Oh,
nope,
no,
that was just the closest foresty map I had available.
I'm gonna shoot another shot at this chicken. Now, as a ranger with a precision type of hunting, I only get this bonus on 1 shot per turn. But
So you better make it count.
that's a 14.
You might make it count.
So that becomes a 20.
20 will hit the chicken of sin.
Hey.
And hopefully strike it down, because the longer it remains in battle, the more powerful the chicken of sin becomes.
Well, that's a nice 11.
11 points of damage. Leafy. What happens?
Oh, you see that beak under the wing? Well, so do I. Put a shot right through it. Turns out his heart was in there. Good eating for dinner, lads.
That knowledge coming in spectacularly handy to quickly locate the heart of the chicken of sin. But,
You sound
With
like you're
one
trying.
final bagot.
You're trying to take it out on a date and not eat it.
Vile chicken of sin. Monster foretold in legends.
How to win the heart of your chicken of sin.
You know,
Greg
maybe
Haggis
I...
open his book, just chicken of sin, crossed off.
Gonna be chicken of cinnamon when I'm done with it.
Perhaps I shouldn't have killed it so quickly. It would have gotten a little bigger.
We could have eaten more of it.
Do I get to come back?
Where did
Notably,
Knapsack go?
Knapsack is just kind of gone.
Has anyone seen what happened to him?
He was there and then he just wasn't there no. I don't even hear his theme music.
He hit it so hard he transcended.
Transcend.
At that, Knapsack, ripped from this floating dimension of peace, reappears in the field, standing atop the corpse of the chicken of sin that Omarth is still stuck to. Theme music swelling as he reappears. Trump district gets fine, don't worry about it. Stuff's falling over, it's cool. Trumpeting!
Everything's held together with duct tape and glue.
And you killed the glue, so like it's not as good anymore. Trumpeting through the forest, heralding his return. You're not sure what happened, but you arrived victorious atop the chicken of sin.
Pray to me, for I have been to the other side and returned with knowledge.
Hey, you returned to my chicken. Could you get off it, please?
I doubt you returned with anything.
It seems legitimate, I guess.
Don't pray to him. He is delusional. He thinks himself a god. Silly.
We all know the real god is the shiny bucket.
But he just disappeared and he's on top of it now.
It's magic. There's a wizard about. The one that's not me.
Could have been the chicken.
The chicken of sin. Wait.
We have to look for another hat. That would be the wizard.
Knapsack will jump off the chicken and come over to you and
Maybe a reflex save.
Wait, I'm still stuck to the chicken.
You are
aren't I?
definitely still stuck to it.
12.
So as you attempt to jump free from this chicken, you make the motion, but your feet are stuck to it, and you see Knapsack just kind of swing, pivoting on his ankles, and stick face first into the side of the dead chicken.
Maybe
up-
he's not a god after all.
I'll pick up the roasted chicken, rip off a little bit of it, and give it the leafy. That's for a good kill. I'll share my meal.
Put the whole thing in my mouth.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm
So-
going to attempt to unstick myself with the athletics check.
Alrighty. So rolling athletics skill here.
That's going to be a 13.
With the 13, Omarth is very stuck. Trying to get it, unwilling to release his shield, trying to haul it off. But the ridiculous nature of this scene notwithstanding, your clan's Helba, your leader, your chief, Xiao, poking around from the side of a tree. What kind of chicken was that?
That's called a chicken of sin. This is what it does to people.
It's very big.
I've never heard of a chicken of sin before. But it was so big. But you slayed it so effortlessly.
Still stuck.
No trouble for a real wizard.
Giant chicken imprint across the side of your face.
I threw a pan at it. I didn't hit it though.
Oh. Well. That was amazing. It was like goblin heroes.
theme song swells.
You're still yelling out of the back as you're stuck, kind of muted by the pool.
Base boosted.
You're like the kind of goblins that we tell stories about. Like the ones who fought off the wild dog or ate the really big pickle without wincing.
It was a bit.
True heroes. One I aspire to be one day.
I could eat a big pickle.
You're
Maybe I am a hero.
you're what we need. We have a Warble told me there was a word for this.
And he has a sack in his hand. It looks fairly large, about the size of a goblin head, of burlap of kind of
That's a
fine
big bag.
make. Something that looks like it's been well kept. Nothing that, goblins have been let to goblin about.
It was Warble uses the word a lot. It's when you think about something you're going to do before you do it, instead of just doing things.
You mean a vision?
A plan. She had a plan.
In that bag?
Yeah, I guess. This is I don't know what it is, but she told us that this is how we can message her down in Breach Hill if something bad happens. We set this on fire, and lots of colorful smoke comes out, and then Breach Hill will see it and send real heroes, not just goblin ones.
Oh, well, in that case.
Well, not here though. She said if we have problems and we needed to reach the town, we have to light it. And he points up to the seedy dell. You're what a normal person would see as a ruined but massive sprawling castle with a large keep with several turreted towers in the middle. We have to light it up there.
That's not very convenient.
I probably should have done this while we were escaping, but I didn't think about it until after we got out.
That's fair.
Should be fine. We can just break back in. Take care of it ourselves.
Well, I had a thought. I was trying to do what Warble does. I was trying to make the word. What was it for
Plan?
sneaking? A plan. Have you know the back door where Buzzy Legs lives?
I don't like fuzzy legs.
Nobody likes Buzzy Legs. That's why we don't use the back door anymore. But I don't know that the monkey people and the frog people know about the back door.
Do they know about fuzzy legs?
I don't think they know about Buzzy Legs either.
I'm not gonna tell them.
You might be able to sneak in through the back. It leads down to our normal halls in the basement. But it's pretty close to the stairs, and the stairs lead right up into the middly bit of the seedy doll. And then you can climb up in the towers, set this on fire, and probably just go back and come out, I guess. You'll need to be very sneaky goblins.
My bag of salt is in there.
You could get the bag of salt,
We
too.
need it to cook the chicken.
I wasn't able to grab the pickles.
I
But-
can get those. I'm a goblin hero now.
He slips out of his aluminum foil armor to see if getting out of the stuff that is stuck to the stuff might actually help him.
At this point, it's leaving much of your armor behind and sliding out. You manage to wriggle free of this thing as Omar has finally gotten his shield levered off of the body of this chicken demon mimic. So Chal holds his
Heathens.
sack.
You fought that. You were like brave goblin heroes.
Well, of course.
Do you think you can get this to the top of the tower and set it on fire so that real heroes will come?
Of course.
I'm very good at setting things on fire.
Same.
I guarantee we will have it done, sir.
I will blow the whistle of victory.
So Chal holds you the sack.
So these monkeys and these frogs, they're very big and they're very mean. You should. Well, that was also very big and very mean. So you'll probably be fine.
Oh, yes.
I guess that's how that works.
If we don't make it, it's all right. You can use us for food later. I give you my permission.
Right?
We'd have to get back in to get you. And then we'd probably get the pickles first.
Oh, you make a good point.
I'd get the pickles first.
But maybe later. I mean, if you all die, I guess we can just wait for the frogs and the monkeys to get bored and leave.
If I do perish, I would much rather follow this exact.
He just pulls out a little like scrap of paper that's very, very dirty with like stuff written in like what you think is paint.
Good.
What you think is paint. Specific
don't like that
instructions of cremation for the Order of the Shiny Bucket as per law
I-
of his order.
Before he goes off on that, why isn't waiting for them to get bored the first plan? And the second plan is calling for help.
Well, that
Because
would require
Portal said we
us
should
then.
call for help, and I don't want the pickles to go bad. I mean, we've had the pickles for weeks, so they could go bad any minute.
Pickles do not go bad.
That makes sense to me.
I do like
The
pickles.
longer a pickle sits, the better it gets.
Well, but we have other stuff in there too. See, the problem is normally I would try to sneak back in there, but all I have is this really big whacking knife. I left the sneaking knife behind when we all were fleeing. And I can't sneak in there without the sneaking knife.
How does a sneaking knife work?
It's smaller.
Makes sense.
See, there's one major problem with this plan we have. I am not a sneaking goblin. I am a wizard goblin.
I left my pants inside, but I can sneak.
But you can do your wizard magic and do sneaking. You can do sneaking magic. Just cast a sneaking
I do not
spell.
have sneaking goblin magic ready for the day, sir.
Well,
I
then,
thought you were a wizard.
I am a wizard, and I know that very, very real spell.
then just get really small and think tiny thoughts.
I can
That's what
hide
I
you in my
normally
pocket.
do. It works.
I like this plan. It's a very good
You,
plan.
you could just hide behind me. I'm very big.
And if any of the frogs catch you, you can just set them on fire.
I do have that goblin spell ready.
Listen, it's quite simple. Between me and Knapsack, we can just be the big distractions while you lot sneak in there.
Oh, I like this.
Well, there's still the problem with Buzzy Legs. Buzzy Legs has been mad ever since he was. But there's a second problem. I don't remember where the back door is.
What?
Oh, that's fine. I can find it.
We haven't used it in, well, a long time.
We could just make a new one.
Well, but this one's already made and it has stairs and leads to the basement and stuff.
Well, then we should go find it for the good of the clan.
That'll be your first task in this plan. Find the back door. I know it's vaguely behind CD Dell, in that rock wall, somewhere, probably, or on the side of it.
Which side is the behind side?
The behind is the one that doesn't have the big gate.
Okay.
But
One that doesn't have-
find the door,
Doesn't it?
get down into the basements, and take the stairs up to the top of the tower.
You,
And if we see the smoke, we'll know that everything worked.
you kind of smell like chicken.
I don't know how that's possible.
You didn't save me any chicken.
It's right there. It's very big. We have to cook it first.
Oh.
You did get hit pretty hard by that chicken. I mean, we've already been out here for a little while.
Yeah, the front
So-
of her face is kind of squished. It's staying that way.
I know you are a level 1 wizard, and 8 bludgeoning damage is probably not a low amount to you. How is Grey Wizard, Grey Hatius looking?
7. Oh, it was only 6. But I'm at 7.
Do you want some? I can.
Come here, young
Six.
man.
I think I can rub some.
Come
dirt
here,
on
young
it.
man.
As I go to pat him on the shoulder, you feel a wonderful, glorious anthem like praise, and all you hear is a bucket going ting, 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 ting.
I don't.
As you feel your wounds heal up. Lay on hands.
He polished you.
You get 6 health back.
His paladin magic.
It's not real magic. It's not wizard magic.
Well, it healed 6 hit points, so.
Your face is rounder again.
I never got hit.
Now,
Clearly, it was his imagination.
It was a deception,
Everyone's
long as you
imagination.
give
an
faith,
illusion of the magic.
as long as you give faith to the shiny bucket, it shall take care of you and protect you.
Well, that makes sense.
You know, I do
Yeah.
have faith in this shiny bucket. It does
See?
protect me.
These
not
two get
how-
the idea.
I look over at Leafy. We don't have just one delusional goblin in our group. We have 2 delusional goblins in our group.
Delusions.
Who's the second one? Is it you?
That one and that
I'm
one.
not delusional. I am a proper
Well, that one disappeared.
goblin.
I was at work of an enemy wizard.
Does
a
that-
chicken wizard.
Does that mean I'm an illusion,
But
not
the
a
chicken
delusion?
wizard didn't
Well, you
have a
did
hat.
disappear
Well,
once.
you didn't see the chicken wizard. He-
So does that mean you guys go find the door?
Oh,
Of course, yeah. This way. Heads in the exact opposite direction you just told him to go.
Just gonna grab the back of your armor. Nope, wrong. That way.
Oh,
Gotta go
what?
to the back, not the hill.
This
over
is
there.
great. We're going into the castle. We're gonna be heroes, and they're out here with the rabbit.
Well, now remember, the rabbit might be down there in the basement with the frogs and the monkeys.
Why did you have to tell me that?
I don't know where the rabbit is. That's why I'm looking for it.
He knows about animals. Trust its instincts.
So
was
like the
the-
chicken of sin.
Significantly less enthused about these critters.
This group of ragtag goblin heroes makes their way towards the back of CD Dell. None of you have ever used this back door yourselves. It hasn't been in use for a couple of months. There's always been a creature that lives in this stairwell that the Bumblebrashers have always called Buzzy Legs.
'Cause he's got legs and they buzz.
He's got legs and they buzz. Goblins are no stranger to flies and gnats and general insects. In fact, if the fly is large enough, it might make a nice brief snack. But Buzzy Legs is real big. He's a real big fly.
He's a big snack.
You're not really
What he
sure
is.
where he came from or what he's doing, but he's not just big for a fly. He'd be big for a goblin. In fact, he's bigger than any goblin you've ever seen.
Maybe he comes from my dimension.
You had to stop using the back door a couple of months back when Buzzy Legs started to get a little ornery. You figured it was just a fluke when he ate the first couple goblins. But after the 7th, y'all decided it was probably time to stop using the back door and just go up the stairs normally. You don't know what made him so angry or why he's so territorial.
Maybe he's gonna have buzzy babies.
Boy, it's been a long time since we've actually used this door. And the outside of it's kind of hidden in the rocks. It just sort of looks like more rocks. So as you head out to the general area where the back door probably is, how are you going to go about trying to find this?
I'm gonna track down our old footsteps.
I'll take my hat off since I'm gonna try to be sneaky. And I'm gonna sneak up on the door.
Footsteps, sneak up on the door.
I'm gonna try to think real hard about where this door used to be using all my wizarding brain.
Use your brain, use your smarts.
So Clatter is going to use his no direction cantrip so he can always find his way back to his cooking cauldron. And I'm going to use that to help keep our bearings.
All right. How about you, Omarth?
I will have my shield at the ready and be scouting
Just in case a door jumps out at you.
for any foe that comes at
I
me.
like how none of these are looking for the door.
I'm thinking about where the door
You're thinking
is.
about where the door is. You're trying to look for footsteps. You're trying to sneak up on the door. None of the 5 things are looking for the door.
I'm looking for the old tracks or where we used to be.
Look, if the door knows we're coming, it's gonna hide.
So,
He's got a point.
we'll,
Jesus.
words I love to hear. Words I absolutely love to hear. Loopy Caster. Truly a generous donation here.
Aw,
So I'm
thanks,
gonna take
Loops.
this villain point, and we're gonna see what weird shenanigans happen as we try to find
I want this one.
this back door. Well, let me see if it requires a specific target here. Let me take a look to the grand table of shenanigans.
Was the 97 the mimic?
No, Mimic was actually a totally separate donation. So
That took me to another dimension. No,
Oh,
that
that's
gave me
the
the
theme
theme
music.
music.
That was the theme music.
Yeah,
theme music was your first one, yeah. The theme music, and then
Just
you
a
getting
rat
yeeted
hiding
to
in
another
the
dimension
woods.
because it was your turn both
Yeah.
times they came around. Okay, that one doesn't apply to Pathfinder, so I'm gonna reroll real quick. I'm just using one that on a table that I found. So,
I want it.
as
Give it to me.
you ready, you, your bow in your hand, you, your shield raised, you, your big ol' halberd as you're sneaking down. You feel your bow kind of drop limp in your hand.
It's already limp.
But the whole thing's limp. The part that's not supposed to be limp is limp. And you look over and see that you are hanging on to what appears to be a massively oversized spaghetti-o that has taken the place of your bow. Your halberd, you see a strange flash, and the shaft of it turns from wood to a bright green. The blade poofing away in a wide spray of leaves as this long, massive stick of celery takes its place. Not useful in battle. It doesn't even taste good.
Oh, it's very salty though.
Your shield replaced by a massive,
Rigatoni.
Tortellini.
slab. A sliced, almost baked chip of a cross section of what must be the world's largest potato. Hanging
love you.
starchy and bold on your arm, and even whatever weapon Clatter has.
I have a chopping knife. I have a spoon.
Your
And I have
chopping
axe.
knife.
My chopping knife.
Your chopping knife, replaced with a strange carrot now just dangling from your necklace, as all of your weapons seem to have randomly turned into food.
Oh, this is much more useful.
No, it'll attract the rabbit.
I have a regular knife.
A regular knife.
Oh yeah, does it affect all weapons?
All weapons.
I also have a dagger.
I have a long
Your
sword.
daggers, your knives, your longsword, everything.
I have javelins
Turning
in my
into
bag.
random bits of bread and pasta. Your javelins, now a bunch of pretzel sticks. salted, crunchy, delicious. You're definitely the highest roll of the food that's happened so far.
Let's have dinner now.
I don't like celery.
That
Nobody
seems an
likes
awful lot
celery.
like we could just go
I
back.
try to grab the celery.
We got all the food we need.
But my shield!
But now we need more weapons.
No, we don't. Not if we just go back. We got all the food.
But what about looking for the door?
We don't need the door. The door's not food.
But it could be.
But
Everything else is turned into
I
food.
thought
Why
we
not
was-
the door?
I thought
It'd
we
be
were
much
supposed
easier to find.
to light a
That's
fire
actually a good point.
up in the top of the tower.
We can just do that later.
Maybe the monkeys will get
Well,
bored.
there might be more food in the door. If everything's food.
Maybe Buzzy Legs turned into food.
Why are
cool.
why are we lighting our home on fire? And why is that going to help us get our home back?
Great Hatius.
It's part of the
As you are
plan.
thinking with your brain meat here. What's your... This would be int-based, I suppose, so just... What, do you have any lore skills?
Lore Wizard in Lord Academia.
Just...
Nope.
Just roll me a generic lore check here for your... say modifier, just for your general memory of where the heck this door is.
Just sort of my regular int.
Yeah, int, whatever trained you are in the lore.
Ah, yeah.
In
Let me
the-
roll in this.
We're still kind of new to the dice trays. We just added these into the show.
So it'd be
somewhat
16.
recently. With a 16, boy, you sure don't remember exactly where the door is. But you definitely know that it was hidden in the rocks. It is on this rock face. Cho was right. Whoever put it here when they made CD Dell, it's not like you guys built this. Whoever made it clearly wanted it to be secret, a very sneaky door.
Goblin Gods made
So
CD
you can
Dell.
definitely narrow it down to where you're looking. So as you are using survival here to try and find some measure of footsteps from where you may have been previously, why don't you go and roll me a survival check here? Now you got a bit of an area dialed in.
Well, that's a 3 on the die, so, really putting my face to the ground and grinding my nose in the dirt. I'm gonna look extra hard.
Keeping this giant noodle out of your way.
Well, that's an 8 for a 13.
The 13, goblins not very heavy. Goblins don't leave any real massive footsteps in. Man, it's been a long time since anyone has used this door. There's no clear signs of footsteps that are really leading you anywhere. But Knapsack's got an interesting plan here. Knapsack's trying to sneak up on the door. This big old celery stick in his hands. Not really sure
Look,
what he's going to do with
If
it.
the door is hiding and I'm hiding and we're both hiding, it's possible that we will choose the same place to hide because they're both good hiding places.
Hey, Knapsack. Shh. You're gonna eat that.
Go away, I'm sneaking.
Roll me a stealth.
But I'm hungry.
You ate a whole chicken.
It's gonna be a 21.
And somehow that works. The 21, it's exactly as you said. Knapsack's got the idea. If I was hiding in these rocks, I would hide here. And as you kind of squat back against it, against the bit of the rock face that kind of makes the most sense for you for a very sneaky goblin, the stone slides in a bit.
Knapsack, you found it.
That is because I've got the big think on today, boys.
Got a big something, that's for sure.
Big thing.
We gotta protect ourselves again. I'm not sneaking no more.
You got a big stick of celery is what you got.
Well, I mean,
I take a little nibble out of my potato chip shield.
You know,
it's not bad, I suppose.
I already ate my knife. You got Liffy, are you gonna eat that?
Well, that's the plan. Just been munching on
And
it.
as you go to take a bite on it, right as you go to bite, your teeth clack against the wood of your bow as you look down and see this turned back into a weapon. And any weapons that you didn't eat have turned back to the normal form, so you no longer have a knife.
So does my
You
shield have a bite?
out of your shield.
Oh, bloody.
How much damage does the shield take if you think about it?
Give the shield 2 points of damage.
That seems fair.
For the bite that you have taken out of it while it was transformed into a giant potato chip.
ha! I hid so well, my celery stick didn't know where I was anymore, and it got bored of playing with me and turned back into my halberd.
There's a little nibble off the butt of the halberd.
Well, now, can you hide so well that you find old buzzer legs?
Probably won't be the problem.
I don't know if you want to find old Buzzy Legs.
He's
So-
gonna find us. Better to find him first.
As we're ready to head now down into the stairwell, and I'm going to reach over to Sirenscape again. This new ambience. Everyone loves the fly sounds in Sirenscape. There's a concept in Pathfinder 2nd Edition called Exploration Mode, which is largely developed to cover any situation where you're not in combat and you don't want to have... Has this ever happened to you? The GM sets the scene for a room and describes the door leading onward. And then your entire party comes together to roll 11
search the door.
consecutive perception checks on the door, its handle, the hinges, the gaps around it, the tiles in front of it, and the walls adjacent to it. Taking 25 minutes to ensure this perfectly mundane door is, as a matter of fact, not trapped. Exploration mode is there for you. Basically, everyone is going to pick one primary thing that you are focusing on as you are going through. That could be keeping your shield up in front of you so that when combat starts, you're already ready. It could be scouting for foes to give the party a group to a bonus to initiative. Sneaking, seeking for traps, hazards, hidden things. There are a wide variety of things you could focus on. Then if something does happen, say there is a door with a trap, I simply ask the people who are looking for traps to roll their perception check, and then we move on from there. It's a great ease of play and flow enabler that I admittedly was on the fence about when I first started playing 2nd Edition, but it is super grown on me now.
It is a quality of life
It's a
improvement.
huge quality of life improvement. So, Leafy, as we head down to the stairwell, what are you going to be doing?
Well, my job's a scout. I'm scouting.
So be ready for an initiative bonus to the party should combat break out, perhaps with fuzzy legs maybe. How about you, Almarth?
I'm going to have my shield at the ready, but my eyes ready as well. So I'm going to be scouting at the very front.
Okay.
Seeking.
Or seeking, I mean.
Seeking, yeah. If you're seeking, you have your shield up, but it's not going to be totally ready for action as your focus is peering around.
Yeah.
But you're watching. You know Buzzy Legs is in here somewhere.
I do have a
Very
goblin
obvious.
sneak spell ready. He just says, Goblin sneak. And he's going to be sneaking.
Goblin Sneak!
What was that?
Clicks on joystick.
Clatter.
I'm gonna be looking around too. Somebody holding the pot on my head as I go and I look.
Then how about you, Knapsack?
Knapsack takes out a dun-colored sock and puts it over his shiny helmet, and he's going to be sneaking as well.
Oh, he's very smart.
Genius. A goblin mastermind.
Gotta make sure that anything shiny is covered in the dark cave.
Fair enough. The group of you head through the doorway into the old stairwell. It goes down pretty far from up here, kind of in a hillside behind CD Dell. And it's a pretty big staircase. It's really way too big for goblins. The stairs are kind of weird and awkward. You sort of have to clamber down them like toddlers. They're really wide, too. It's a big enough staircase that 2 or 3 goblins could walk down it side by side if for some reason you wanted to. And I like the staircase inside the castle, which is much more Longshank sized. But it heads down at a moderately steep angle to a landing about 20 feet out and below before it switches back on itself, heading down further to the bottom where a short little hallway connects to the secret door leading into the Bumblebrashers hideout. It's really just your house, but hideout sounded way cooler at the time.
I like hideouts.
Now, of course, it's not any like railings or anything. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from just jumping from the top of the staircase 40 odd feet to the landing at the bottom, save for probable instantaneous death. But aside from that,
There's a sign
no
that
real-
says no diving.
probably is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
I had
unbreakable.
to put that up after the last couple people that came through. But as you come in here, Seekers, I want you two roll me a perception check. Omarth and Clatter.
I don't feel very confident in our choices, I guess.
All right, so Clatter, what'd you get?
So, I'm kind of walking like this. because I don't really want to see Buzzy Legs when he comes up, so I'm very kind of nervous. But so I get a 7.
Solid. Omar?
I'm squinting a little bit too hard, and my heavy breathing fogs up my monocle, so I too got a 7.
Told you
We
I
are
didn't feel very
noble
confident.
heroes.
Absolute masters of the craft here.
We will be safe
Heroes.
this way. We'll see them coming.
As you come into the stairwell, you can see that at the bottom on the landing, there is something down there. You're not really positive what it is. It definitely wasn't here when you were in before, and it doesn't look like Buzzy Legs. It doesn't look like a fly at all. It looks like a giant wet potato. Or perhaps like uncooked bread. It's about 4 feet long, maybe 2.5 feet around, sort of an oblong, weird little elliptical shape, just sitting on the floor
Oh, it's really big.
in what appears to be a strange little puddle.
It looks like my Aunt Beatrice.
I don't think I forgot to bake the bread before I left, but if the dough kept rising, it could look like that.
But why would the bread be out here, Clatter?
And what
I
we
may have
all-
forgotten where I put it.
Might be the frogs moved it.
Well, if it was in the kitchen, I'd have remembered
Those
it.
devious frogs.
Frogs? Do you think they do that?
Naturally.
They're frogs.
I'm gonna
They're
sneak
frogs.
closer.
They're devious and tricksters.
I'm gonna sneak closer, see if I can get a better look at this bread.
All right, so as you sneak down the staircase, is anybody else moving down with Knapsack?
Absolutely not.
I'm going down.
I'm going
I
down.
think that's the bread I left.
I'm going down with my shield up at the ready.
All right.
I kind of have a tool,
Yeah.
particularly bad at being close.
So as you move down, make me a stealth check. Knapsack the Fierce.
That's an 11 plus 6 is gonna be a 17.
And 17. As you come down and get closer, from about 10 feet away, the bottom of the stairs by the landing, you can see this thing appears to be wiggling slightly, like it's breathing, whatever this weird wet potato is.
Well, either the bread came to life and it's trying to terrify him, he thinks to himself, or it is an evil bread of the demonic realm and it must be
And
destroyed.
it's the bread of sin.
And then you you hear a loud buzzing coming from up above you as the group of you here in this stairwell see that there is a hole up in the top of the stairwell. There's a lot of holes throughout the CD Dell. It's not staying together super fantastically, but this is kind of a big hole. As you get sort of close to the wet potato, you hear this buzzing, and you see Buzzy Legs up in the hole, squeezing his way through, insectile wings flat against his body, big old bulbous orange eyes, as he pushes down, stomping, clearly very much agitated
All right, found him.
towards
There he
the
is.
group of you in the stairwell.
Gentlemen, be ready.
Ready is absolutely what we're getting through. And as he comes in, we need the group of you to roll initiative. Now, the two of you who are being particularly sneaky, instead of perception, you can roll stealth for initiative if you so choose.
Most certainly.
Definitely not.
And here is the closest thing I had in a token to a fly. So we'll go with that. It's up in the corner.
I can't see it.
She has 7 or 8 on the die.
7 or an 8?
She did.
Yeah, it's that. It's like back in the distance, kind of dark. Can't see it
Gotcha.
super well.
Call it 8, I guess. Doop.
Everybody gets a +1 from the scouting.
Yay!
Yay.
And let me get.
Scouting's quite literally a shout out. Oh, there it is. And everyone gets just a bonus.
I'm twitchy, I'm always bonusing.
Twitchy the same bonus?
I'm too distracted by my own glorious,
It's +1 to
Scouting.
initiative.
self here.
Scouting is a circumstance.
Alrighty.
Circumstance.
Knapsack, what do you got?
Scouting and circumstance?
Yeah.
Oh, they're the same then.
Oh, yeah, you don't get twitchy on scouting.
Oh, never mind then.
Knapsack, what was your initiative?
15.
15. How about you, Clatter?
I got 16.
24.
24. Ready this time. Elmarth?
10.
Not as ready. Leafy?
13, surprisingly consistent.
Yeah, very consistent, actually.
Oh, do you have a token for the thing of
I
bread?
do. I was going to pull it up in a sec.
The
Because it
wiggly
still
bread.
just kind of looks like a wet piece of bread right now.
This is bread.
So, Buzzy Legs is going to get a 13. Ah, the beautiful buzzing sounds.
That's gotta feel wonderful in your headphones.
And as that, as Buzzy Legs comes down, this weird wet bread kind of unfurls. Revealing it was sort of curled up. And there is a large, bright red set of insectile mandibles on one end of it. A truly kind of gross little maw as this fat little maggot is going to get a 6. Not fast, it is a maggot.
Lunch.
Oh boy.
Ooh, wild magic on the fly. As he comes in, reality warps once more.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Dragon.
Knowing our luck.
It's actually a buff. As Fuzzy Legs, maybe it's just the vibration of his wings, you're not sure. His entire form starts to kind of flicker and blur, becoming difficult to target. Concealed, you could say.
Do you know who's really good at shooting concealed things?
Is it you?
It's rangers.
Are they?
Really?
Yeah.
Hunt prey, ignore.
Oh, it ignores concealment.
That's right, it does.
Well, Grey Hattius, you're up first. You see, Fuzzy Legs' the problem is also this weird bitey maggot thing.
I'm going to move forward down the stairs in order to be in range of the maggot, 30 feet, if that is possible.
30 feet, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yes, you would need to move up right behind Clatter here.
And then, once again, flip open my most glorious smart book, and Bernius Gobbo Fire Bread spouts out, rips out a page to produce flame with a +1 from my bloodline for damage.
Oh, yes.
very
Every
nice.
baker's favorite spell. Bernius, Gobbo, Fire, Bread.
Yes. For a total of a 20.
I wish I could know that.
A 20 against the Angry Bread is absolutely going to hit.
So he takes 1d4 plus 5 fire damage. So he takes 6 fire damage.
6 points of fire damage.
Oh,
Never
you're
fear.
baking the bread.
Never fear, Clatter. I'll help you bake that bread you let rise too long.
I didn't know that's what happens when you leave it alone too long.
And as you have this thought, Clatter, it is your turn. As this maggot kind of recoils and hisses, and Buzzy Legs seems to get even further agitated.
Okay, well, it's time. Let's go. Dinner time. Dinner time. And inspire courage, everyone. We need all the help we can get against the bread that has risen too long. Buzzy Legs, who is also here.
We're trying to take his bread. He's defending his bread.
Defending his bread. He's trying to steal our bread. Here's a die back. And I'm going to take my knife, which is not a carrot anymore, and fling it out with telekinetic. I'm not going to throw my skillet anymore. I learned that from last time. So 2 action cast, telekinetic projectile, as he flings it with his spoon.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 21.
21 will hit.
And that's going to be 4 plus charisma, 7 points of chopping damage.
As this thing gets burnt and your knife flies into it, the angry wet maggot bread kind of writhes in pain. It is quite large, but it's also very soft. It doesn't seem like it'll be able to hold up to a whole lot more than that. You have 1 action left.
Nope.
Oh, Inspire
bonk.
Courage is an action, right?
Yep.
Which brings us to Knapsack the Fierce.
All right, bread. This is one's for you. Time to rub my halberd and cut the bread.
By the power of reach weapon.
Crap.
That's gonna be 20.
20 will hit him.
1.
21 will still hit him.
I know things. That's 7 damage.
With 7 points of damage, your halberd cuts through the wet bread with a mouth as it just sort of sits there pretty upset about the general situation, basically unable to do anything. Cleave it about in half as it pops with a disgusting and foul-smelling spew of fetid ichor.
Ugh, I
Is
didn't
that
know.
what you've been baking for
I
us?
didn't
What did
know
you put in
bread
that
could
bread?
go bad like that.
They smell better when you cook them runtime.
Which nobody is in melee range, so it doesn't do anything. You have 2 actions left.
Reach weapon!
The power of reach weapon.
He's gonna sneak around the corner to try to hide from Buzzy Wings as he comes around the corner.
All right, make me a stealth check. And this is just against the perception of Buzzy Wings to see if you can actually hide.
I'm sneaking.
You know?
That's pretty sneaky.
That's a 22.
That's pretty sneaky.
Pretty sneaky.
Which brings us now to Buzzy Legs, who's gonna fly into the room here, not seeming to see Clatter hiding against the wall.
Attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity as he
With my
flies by.
reach weapon.
Concealment.
Maybe you concealment check first.
Don't roll that nat 20
Because
and
he
then get
has,
concealed.
But wait, I'm concealed and he's concealed. Doesn't that cancel each other out?
Nope, you are not concealed.
Damn it.
So concealment, because this wild magic, is a flat check to see if your attack misses entirely, because he's
There's a nat
There's
20.
nat 20 on the concealment.
See?
So now
You
you can
don't-
make the attack roll.
You don't roll the nat 20 and then get concealed out of it. That's when you feel bad.
You're right.
That's
You're
true.
right.
You would have been way sadder if you rolled a nat 20 and then roll a 2 on concealment and didn't hit him. I know this pain.
17, wow.
Still a good roll.
26.
26? Is this crit time already? What's your AC, Fly? It is not. 26. Oh, you were hidden from him, though, so he's
27.
flat-footed.
Oh, 27 also, because I get a +1 status bonus.
Ah. And since you did successfully hide from him, he is flat-footed to that attack, taking -2 to his armor class. That will critically hit him as he flies in.
It's the good times,
Wow,
people.
knapsack's cool.
We are noble heroes. That's gonna be 3 + 4 is 7, doubled is 14.
All right. A decisive blow, but Buzzy Legs is quite large. It is absolutely not going to be enough to bring him down instantly. It will, however, absolutely get his attention as he perches on the wall right above you. His insectoid mandibles lashing down at you with biting swipes.
Hey, stop it.
He's going to get a 22
That is a regular hit.
as he buzzes very angrily. I love you, angry buzzing noise. You make me very happy. How much damage you do, my good friend?
There's some people with insectophobia right now who are very not happy.
7
Yeah, namely Clatter.
points of slashing damage.
He takes a shot across the chest right under his gorget.
And I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Can you even spell Gorget?
I'm feeling stung suddenly.
Oh, I left the dice tray on. Dang.
R.
That's gonna be an 18.
Gotta get spell stuff.
18, you're okay. But he is not quite done munching yet, as he still has one more action. Biting in with a 16.
A 16. What's left of his armor will actually just kind of rebuff him, and it'll just kind of ping off the aluminum foil.
Just flexes his pecs.
All right, Leafy.
And
Right.
now, we got ourselves a mighty fine prey. And he's not too close. I'm gonna hunt him.
And he is over 30 feet away.
Unfortunately, my bow's kind of limp. I don't have any of my my ranger magics. So, I'm just gonna shoot him normally.
So as you go to shoot, as flies are wont to do, they're very hard to pin down and smack. As this arrow flies, he immediately flies off of the wall, trying to fly up to avoid this. So make me your attack roll.
It's concealment first. But
Concealment
you-
first.
I ignore concealment.
That's
You
right.
ignore
because I'm
concealment,
hunting
high
him.
prey, ranger
about to say he's-
powers.
For a 2 on the die.
What do you got total?
That's a 9.
With a 9, as he flies up out of the way, alighting on the ceiling, about 20 feet up above the landing.
Well, I just so happen to have a free action because I didn't use gravity weapon. So, shooting again. For 5.
That's
It went
5
down to a
lower,
7.
So yeah, that's not gonna be good. Leafy's arrows finding nothing. Omarth, the shiny.
Well, I shall take thy stance, and then I'm going to move up closer to Knapsack and hold my guard.
All right. So what is your speed?
25.
25. These stairs are pretty big for a goblin, so it's gonna be difficult terrain. Which would still let you get down with 25 to
perfect.
Knapsack, so you're good there.
I'm basically, trying to just keep him alive at this
This
point.
thing's way above you on the ceiling, so no shield whack.
I
for
got
the
your
moment.
back.
Oh, good.
Grey Hatius.
Oh, I know another spell just for burning flies. Same exact magic. Gobbo fire burniest flies. Produce flame.
Such a clever wizard.
I'm so smart. Thank you, Clatter.
He's smart.
Gotta have a
We're
spell
gonna
for
take the
every
+1
situation.
for the
Does.
bloodline damage
Ooh.
for a total of 25.
25 will hit him.
Oh, that was actually concealment, right?
Oh, we got only concealment.
Did you count in the +1?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Nat-
gone.
Nat 20 on the conceal.
We're just really good
The
at
dice
that.
are not happy with this concealment.
We are
man.
noble
Like,
heroes.
Nah, not today. All right, so
Hey, max damage.
For a total of
Whatever you
math.
in.
Eight.
Yes.
7.
10 points of fire damage. As this blasts Buzzy Legs, charring a large portion of his carapace. He's clearly pretty gravely injured, but he's not done fighting yet. You have one action.
Go get him, Clatter.
Ah? Me?
Push Clatter down the stairs a little bit.
Clatter, go get him.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Oh. Alright. It's almost time. It's almost time. Dinner time. I'm gonna use my focus spell called Lingering Composition to try to make that last a bit longer than normally. As he hits his helmet, the pot on his head, which resonates a bit, meaning the dinner bell rings slightly longer. Performance check of a 17.
17 will do it.
Okay, so we have 3 rounds of Inspire Courage that I don't have to go and keep up every single turn.
A very nice counterpoint to my theme song.
Okay, so maybe what I can do is, I know, I'll make him scared of me. That's what I'm gonna do. So, take the pot, he's gonna bend over, and he's gonna put the pot on his back. And as he does, he's gonna be a frog, be a frog, be a frog. And I'm going to cast Illusory Disguise to make myself look like a large frog. The natural
You just
enemy.
saw a bunch of large frogs
Yeah.
earlier today, so
The natural enemy of the fly. And with Illusory Disguise, I can actually make the frog look 6 inches taller than I am.
Ooh.
And up to 50 pounds heavier. So it's a chubby, slightly bigger than a goblin frog.
It's a pudgy little frog.
Oh, that's different.
I don't have any actions left to actually try for an Intimidate check, but I'm gonna do that next turn.
There it is, folks.
Hold on, I got
It's
this.
riveting.
It's riveting.
I got this.
Nice.
Ribbit.
Knapsack.
Good. You stay there. You make loud noises. You with your thing, and me, I'm gonna poke it again.
I'm pretty sure you don't have 20-foot reach, so you probably can't reach it from here.
He
Unless
tries
your
to.
halberd is dramatically longer than I think
He
it
tries
is.
to jump up and goes, "Hey,
Like a cute
hey,
stick.
hey, wait." Well, you know what?
It's extended like a curtain rod.
But you know what?
3 actions to unscrew your helmet.
I have
Gnomes have that.
something better. And he's gonna take a stance, and his helmet will come off, and underneath it is like a hat that kind of looks like a stage performer's hat. And he'll put his whistle in his mouth, and he'll go, "All right, gentlemen, in this corner, we have the buzzy fly thing. And in this corner, we have Knapsack the Fierce. Could any fight be more majestic, be more real? Let's get ready to fight. And he'll give an impressive performance to try to make an impression on this fly.
All right.
To try to distract it from going after any of his other friends.
Okay. Roll me diplomacy? Question
It's
mark?
performance.
Before you let it performance.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 6.
Okay. That is going to be 12.
All right. So the fly is in fact the fly, and does not seem bothered by whatever it is you're doing.
But the theme song will swell.
Well, the theme song stopped. That was the wild magic. That stopped before we came down here. We had our beautiful theme music for the chicken battle. We have now Clatter's theme banging.
Yeah.
That's your theme song now. This fly, Buzzy Legs here, is going to take the opportunity here to just kind of fly away from you guys because you're big and loud. He doesn't like it. But he's more upset.
And I'm a frog.
He's going to give the frog a wide berth, but fly around to the side of the staircase here. Because there is very much strange, hot things coming from this direction that he's not happy about. As he perches on the side of the staircase, his forelimbs up on the stairs, he's going to lash out towards Grey Hattius. Launch. Look at me that look. Look at me that look.
He's giving you that look.
It's a natural 1, but I have this villain point from Loopy, so...
Thanks, Loopy.
Thanks, Loopy.
It's fine.
Loopy's my favorite.
See, it's just gonna be a 1 into a 1. It's okay.
There comes...
17.
You hit.
Did you roll a 2? You hit.
So as Buzzy Legs shows up behind, launches down on Grey Hattius here, dealing 4 points of actually piercing damage. I don't think it mattered to anybody. His mandibles are pretty large and goblins are pretty small. And he is actually going to latch around, grabbing a hold of Grey Hattius in his maw.
He's grabbed people.
Uh-oh.
Leafy.
Right where I want to be.
I got him right where I want him.
Well, he came closer. Makes shooting him a little easier. Not at all, but here we go.
And as you shoot again, he reactively moves these swings, trying to get out of the way of these shots.
Ooh. So that's a 19.
19 is exact lethal with his reaction, just catching him as he tries to take off.
So, precision is regardless of gravity weapon. I still get my 2d8s.
Ignoring concealment is also
And
pretty
ignoring
cool when he has
concealment.
concealment.
For 10 damage.
All right, and as this arrow strikes him, Leafy, what happens?
Well, he's flitting in and out, all fuzzy and stuff, but that's my prey. I know exactly where he is. I pin that sucker to the wall, ripping him right away from my lovely friend Grey Hattius.
He shoots him back, blasting Buzzy Legs off of Grey Hattius, freeing him. The sound of giant demon insects. All silence.
An excellent performance, gentlemen.
You guys got fuzzy legs.
Fuzzy Legs. Gone.
The only person in the party who's actually being attacked and harmed.
Literally, you're the only one who's taking damage.
I
No,
took
you got
lots of
nipped. You did
damage.
get nipped that time. You got nipped pretty good.
I can help. I can help. Try and okay, it's a bit of an old biscuit, but you eat this.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sprinkle salt, and then I'm gonna cast a soothe spell.
Soothing with a biscuit.
You can get 9 hit points back.
Oh, that brings me back to
is that
full.
max? No, you use +4.
It's a D10 plus 4, so I
Okay.
just rolled a 5.
I was thinking D8 +1 because my brain just like, for some reason, short circuited back to first edition for Cure Light Wounds.
This stale biscuit is surprisingly nutritious.
That's right. I'm the cook.
Thank you.
How you,
Roasted fly for tonight.
You do have a roasted fly. It's a carapace, seeming to be a bit charred from Grey Hatius's magic.
It's already almost cooked. Take a bite out of a leg and just kind of gnaw on it.
Very much not cooked, but that's probably how the goblins would rather have it anyway.
Can I try to detach the wings?
It's probably not very hard to detach the wings.
Cool.
So realistically, they're going to be quite fragile, given the things, regardless of the thing's size.
He'll detach the wings and he'll try to get them onto his back to make him look even cooler and intimidating.
They are huge. The wings are going to be significantly larger than you are.
I'm just sitting on the steps with my tea.
Gentlemen, I swear.
Well, I have to take pieces of the things I kill in combat to make me stronger and more powerful.
I'd rather he took those than something I can cook.
Well, if that's the case, shouldn't those be mine?
You can have one of them.
That's more like it.
We split. Together we will fly.
I don't think I'll be flying with this.
You need to have his wing
But I
too,
can
but the
fly.
both of you.
Oh, very nice indeed.
So,
With the staircase.
Hey, you know, I'm a big fan.
That was good. That was clever. Very on the fly.
Oh, you got me there.
Sorry, folks. That's
I
just us
cast-
swinging it.
I cast Burning Hands on the party.
I close my eyes and embrace sweet release.
With the stairwell quieted for now. You know, the passageway at the bottom leads into the Bumblebrasher hideout. Again, not really a hideout, but it sounds cool. It's really just the basement of Citydale.
We couldn't find it.
Is there a secret password?
Last time you were here, not too long ago, this morning, there were a bunch of really upset frogmen and monkey men that chased you out with clubs. They're very angry, very wacky, very upset. Once you got up out of the basement, they didn't really seem to follow. They were screaming in some language. It didn't sound like monkey or frog. They were clearly talking amongst each other. And you heard one of them shout something before he made it to the surface. But it seemed they broke the chase. So they're probably all still there.
But if we're going up and they're going down, then maybe we'll get away from them.
Hey, we might just be able to sneak past them.
That is the dream. It's the hope. And as you make your way over here, as you make your way down the stairs to the doorway, what are you all doing? Back to your same as you were making your way into the stairs?
No, I'm sneaking now because there's frogmen around.
Is it Knapsack? It's at the front?
Yeah.
We're sneaking now.
Sneaky boys. Why don't you,
me, Snake is not such a.
you who are the eyes, roll me some perception checks real quick. Omarth and Knapsack.
I'm not eyes. I'm stealthy.
Oh, you're sneaking.
I was eyes.
It was you. It was a gray hat. It was two. So it's just Omarth now.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
That's another 7.
Yep, another 7.
We like consistency
You
here.
love to see him. Knapsack moves up to push on the door. And instead of the creak of wood or stone, you hear. And the door kind of folds in around him. You are going to start this fight grabbed by the second mimic, which is the door. I don't know where all these mimics came from.
What is happening?
I'm feeling betrayed.
Betrayal.
There you go. Surprise door mimic.
Gotta love it.
Much more.
Oh my god, you
standard
actually
mimic
have
fare.
a door mimic token.
There's a chair.
I came
it's
ready.
true.
It's a chair, but we can call it a door. It's a door in my heart. Let
The
me.
door to my heart.
It doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside.
As long as it's a mimic on the inside.
Exactly.
Let me get the battle music back on here. And I'm gonna need another round of initiative.
If it's a door, does it count as a hazard?
No, it's a
We
creature.
got a decent one this time.
Let me get a mimic token.
Am I using?
Ooh, we'll see what I roll. Do I have a mimic token? What have I got? Arc and Forge gives you some pretty good on the fly tools for putting something together.
Buzz, buzz.
Don't have a mimic at the moment. So yeah, it's just gonna be, it's gonna look like a fly on the map. It's definitely gonna look a whole lot like its buzzy legs. It's not. That's definitely a mimic. Absolutely a real mimic.
It's an oddly buzzy mimic you got there.
And as we roll initiative, as this battle starts here, more strange happenings
I want it.
around our weird goblin heroes
Wild meal.
who just seem to,
I think we all want it.
can I reroll that?
Wild magic is fun.
I've got a 96, a 95, and a 94 on these percentile rolls.
My God.
So,
Ready.
like, if this was any other percentile table, you would be sad. And as it grabs a hold of Knapsack, I feel is the best one to take this. It kind of envelops you, pulling you in. You could swear Knapsack's getting really tiny. And you are now tiny instead of small. As this mimic pulls you into its wonderful, happy embrace. Knapsack, what's your initiative?
25.
Well, at least you're ready for it. Clatter! Pull the pot! Nice catch!
All right. Clatter gets a 19.
Great Hatius!
Was I able to use stealth or not?
If you were
Yeah, I was
sneaking,
sneaking,
then yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
So-
I'm too higher because I was sneaking also.
Okay, 21
20.
then. What'd you get?
20.
20. Omoth?
17.
Ooh.
Doing better this time.
Leafy.
Exactly one better. Got a 14.
Very consistent. Very consistent.
That's the key to being a good hunter.
Me-
Patience.
consistency.
Consistency.
Let me roll up this mimic here. Never thought you'd find so many. We're gonna have a good time today, boys. Mimic has a 23, but it's actually worse than that. You forgot. This adjoining passage was where you were keeping your meats, and behind this mimic, another giant flock of frickin' chickens comes rushing out into battle.
Did you not butcher the chickens?
I had to leave in a hurry.
Wait, is this another chicken of sin?
No, the smaller ones.
No, this one. The thing that's trying to eat.
The chicken of sin is a legendary creature. Only one existed, I thought.
It's a door. It's a door.
Might not have slain it.
Dwarf
Might have folded us in here. Might have been
Devious.
playing dead.
It's a tool monster.
Bonk!
I will be victorious today! You cannot stop me! My gloriousness will reign!
You are first, Knapsack.
Knapsack is like, wait, I hate toothpicks in my mouth getting stuck in the roof of my mouth more than anything else in the whole world. Knapsack is gonna thrust his halberd up into the top of this thing's mouth and see and try to poke up through its head and see if he can get out that way.
Okay.
Make it open its mouth. It's gonna be a 21.
21 will absolutely allow you to escape. Now, since you are tiny, you can share a square with an ally, so you can free yourself into Clatter or Omart's space.
I'm gonna choose Clatter because his pot is shinier and he will distract from me.
All right, so escaping the Mimic's grasp. Also being tiny, your reach is 0. But since you have a reach weapon, you can attack an enemy in an adjacent square instead of having to be in the square with them.
And I will try to skewer a chicken with
There
my
was a plot here, but I like chickens and mimics a lot better.
toothpicking time. Not toothpicking time.
About right.
It looks like your two picking time.
That is a 6, my friends.
6, absolutely not going to hit. Now, the real bad thing about getting grabbed is we said how attacking, if you attack multiple times in a turn, you start getting that penalty. Breaking out of a grapple is considered an attack. So attacking afterward does get kind of tough. You have one action left.
Hide.
Attempt to hide behind Clatter.
Hide from the chickens.
It's behind my legs.
Now, was it you that got tiny or your dice? Look at those.
I'm going to stick you with this toothpick.
So the
Not if you don't roll higher than a 2, you're not.
the mimic is going to reach out the knob of this door, lashing out as a tentacle towards Clatter as it whacks after Knapsack, but can't quite reach. Omarth.
I have an ability, which I don't know if I'm able to use because I haven't gone yet, but it's called Retributive Strike.
How dare you hit my comrades?
Basically, if I'm within 15 feet of an ally and or an enemy, and I see that bad guy is trying to hit my buddy, I can give him a plus, I think it's a +2 bonus, or I'm sorry, +2 plus my level, so +3 bonus to his resistance to damage.
Oh, that's nice.
And if I'm right next to the enemy, I can shield bash him.
So you may take a swing, my friend.
Bonk.
Whap.
And since I'm not in my stance, it's just a regular.
Just a regular shield bash, yeah. You're not stance yet.
So that's going to be 12.
So 12's not going to hit it, but you are going to get resistance 3 against this incoming attack here,
Yay.
I just kind of like, get back!
which is going to be a 10.
A 10? To
I
hit?
rolled a 2.
Oh, okay. It's going to actually whack him, like, right on the pot. And he's going to kind of stagger back but be unharmed.
And I just shove him back as some support.
And it reaches out once more for an 8 because multiple attack penalty.
Whapping with a spoon.
And then
Get.
once more, as the door itself tries to fold over, this knob tentacle lashing at Clatter, the top of the door trying to slap down towards Omarth for a natural 20. But it is only an 18 total because he's at a -2 to hit right now. So does an 18 hit you?
Now, when my shield is up,
Then it's not a crit.
Yeah.
Because of degrees of success, even though it's a natural 20, since the total misses, it gets bumped up 1 grade. So instead of a miss, it's a regular hit.
Okay.
So I need you to make me a reflex save,
a reflex.
and you are going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
I'm gonna soak that up with my
Use
shield.
your reaction to defend him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So yeah, 1 reaction per turn, but
That's
also
right.
reflex save.
Reflex save. Not my bad. I rolled pretty good on it, though. That is going to be 21.
21 will do it. So as he slaps down, this thing batters you. But you were stuck to one earlier. You've kind of figured out how to peel off now, so you don't get pulled back into it as it strikes.
And how much damage did I take? Sorry.
12
12.
was
Oof.
max. Clatter.
Alright, everyone. Going to let's do a one to inspire courage, and
2 to get ready and 3 to go.
no, and another action to leave.
Hey, you're my cover. Where are you going?
You got it, Knapsack. I believe in you.
He's so tiny. His token's so small.
Tiny token.
And I have 1 action left. Gonna hold my saucepan in front of my face and cower, and actually little sparks of magic are gonna flicker around it. It's a shield spell.
Whoa. All right, Grey Hattius.
Greyhatius, I am going to move down south. So I'm right below the chickens.
Well, this is 2 stairwells.
Two
So
stairwells.
what's south of you is a wall.
I
It's
see
the
that
stairwell
now.
you came down to that middle landing, and then it goes down.
Are the chickens in the same square?
Yes, they are.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna step up behind this gentleman right here. Sorry about this, Mr. Shiny Paladin, sir. But I am a wizard, and wizards do not care.
Is this fire based?
Probably.
Good.
As
'cause
he rips a whole page out of his book, cast Burno Gobbo Fire Arch, and cast Burning Hand to envelop the chickens, and the door, and the guy right in front of him.
So you have something for fire there, Omarth.
yes, I am actually a Gnarlhide goblin. Or Charhide goblin, sorry.
So give you resistance.
Yes,
Yes.
I get fire resistance.
So make me a reflex save, and then you will take whatever amount your resistance is
I rolled
reduced.
a 19 on a die.
What's your total? What's your
That-
spell DC, Grihadius?
Gray Hattie's the spell DC should be a 17.
What's your total?
23.
The 22 succeeds, so you'll take half, and then minus your resistance after that. The Mimic is going to get a 14, so he'll fail. He'll take the full damage. And the Horde of Chickens are going to get 13, also failing. So you get half minus resistance, and everybody else is taking full. That's about as good as that could possibly have gone.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that is pretty good. So 2d6. It gets a bonus from it being one of my bloodline spells, and
Okay.
then attack roll bound bonus as well. So a total of
As average as it could possibly be.
I know, right?
6 and a 1.
9 burning damage.
9 fire damage. Is it?
Everything right in front of me except my
So
friend.
you take 4 minus. How much resistance do you have?
Well, according to this, I think it says
1.
you gain fire resistance equal to half your level.
So
one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you take 3 points of fire damage. The chickens are handily incinerated, leaving a nice little pile of poultry. They cooked. You're gonna lose your job, dude.
Magic's the future.
How is that, Clatter, for a magic spell that cooks chicken? Any number of chicken you can put in front of it, plus some goblins.
And the mimic is
feel
gonna
so
take 9
inadequate.
damage.
Can you please aim just a tad better?
No.
You're cooked. Not possible.
Oh, Martha, it is now your turn.
Well, being whacked and charred, he's not too happy about this. He gets his stance ready, and he's just gonna shield boss the door.
Shield versus door. Who will win?
Door.
Door, probably.
Because that is shield boss is, yeah, that's a 9. Yeah, that's not
9
gonna
is
do
absolutely not gonna do it.
it. So that was one action.
It goes
Or no,
whap. You go
yeah.
whap. It goes whap.
So yeah, stance, smack.
Yeah, 1 left.
One left. I can't really do much else. I already did everything else, so I'm just gonna brace myself and have my shield ready. Or wait, there is one thing I can do. Or wait, raise shield is still 1 action, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Isn't that part of your stance, that shield's rest?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You should whack it again.
Why not?
-5 for like screw it, right? Maybe 20.
I mean, it's already raised. Might as well.
Just roll 20s, forehead.
That's a 17.
So -5, so that's 19 total.
19 will hit him.
That does something. I rolled a 1. So 1 plus
Probably like 4, I
4.
imagine.
Yeah, so 5. So 5 bludgeoning.
And make me a reflex save.
8.
So as you paddle, your first swing kind of missing, your second swing thwacks all
Oh,
in the
sorry,
body
it
of
was
this
6
thing.
damage. My bad. I forgot
6
the
damage?
bonus.
Okay. And you pull back. You are not stuck, but your shield is absolutely glommed into the mimic. You are disarmed.
Oh, lovely.
Leafy.
Well, I'm a little close to be using my bow. But why not? So I'm a hunt him,
Wise man once told me, such is life.
Such is life.
and we're gonna shoot him.
Roll 20.
For a 22.
A 22 will absolutely hit. Arrow burying itself into this angry door. You might see an 8.
And a 1.
I didn't see the one. The one behind the
Perfectly
tower.
average.
Perfectly balanced.
That's
Quite a
12
bad.
damage.
As all things should be. 12 damage?
Pencil.
Yeah. No, sorry. 10 because I don't have gravity weapon.
I was like, that's a lot of damage for just a regular shot.
It is 2d8.
Ranger.
10.
And +1 from
+1 from this.
Yeah. So that's 10.
10 puts him down. What happened?
Right.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's a big hit.
and I'm still disarmed, aren't I?
The shield is still inside him, yes.
Now you see, I'm a little too close to be shooting this thing. I don't really know what it is. So instead, there's a shield on it, and I'm gonna shoot the shield and just smash right through it with the blunt force being transferred through its body.
You're basically just punching him again with the shield. See, everything worked out perfectly.
I'm
Everything.
having a very odd day. First, I become a god and I transcend to another
Leafy.
dimension, and now I'm tiny.
Would you say that was the door of sin?
Well, it's quite possible it's got
Well,
a
I'm
mouth.
gonna just go ahead and mark it off the list.
Sounds good. Now, you, being all tiny and whatnot,
What?
about how big's your teacup?
Now, at this point, Knapsack would be probably about a foot and a half tall. So,
Maybe not the
gobbo.
teacup, but he can fit in the teapot that I carry.
probably could ride the teapot.
Knapsack, you can fit in my knapsack now.
Pick up knapsack and drop him in the cauldron that's like 15 steps behind us that's filled with water.
There's a cauldron.
What
15
cauldron?
steps
I have
behind
a
us.
walking cauldron.
You have a walking
Yep.
cauldron?
I have it and it's filled with
How
water.
has this not come up before now?
Because
You
the
haven't
big-
mentioned there's been a cauldron following the goblins around the entire time?
No one's noticed it. It's very good at sneaking.
I mean, if you consider how badly we've been rolling on perception, it's not inconceivable.
Every roll of perception has been a 7 or lower.
That is
It's filled
true.
with water in case I accidentally
goblins,
set
we're
something on
not.
fire.
There's been a cauldron behind you the whole time. Who knew?
Walk back down the
Clunk,
stairs.
clunk, clunk, clunk.
Just dump knapsack in it a little bit, wash all the goo off, set him back down.
Wait, I don't want to be washed. I hate it. Why
The
are you
tin
washing
foil
me?
starts rusting as we watch.
Now I'm all soggy.
So,
Well, hopefully you get back to normal before too long.
washing off this small goblin.
Washes
Very
off the tiny.
tiny goblin. Oh, still tiny.
Don't worry. Don't worry, knapsack. The magical effect of the water will take effect in a few minutes.
It's water, you
Drink this
knucklehead.
antidote. It'll
It's
about 5
wizard's
minutes.
water.
Wizard water.
Wizard water,
You
indeed.
peed in it?
That's what it sounds like.
Wizards.
I cannot disclose the source.
Wazards.
I cannot disclose the source of wizard water. It'll lose its
Comes
magical
from
effects.
wizards.
Wazards water, but they don't fall down.
Whoa. That was meta right there. That was meta.
Again, now the door that is evil is out of the way. You are left with the small passageway that leads forth to the basement where the Bumblebrashers stay.
Alright, so we're gonna have to be sneaky here. Knapsack. You ride in my knapsack.
You put knapsack in your knapsack, and he immediately returns to normal size, bursting out of your knapsack,
Oh.
The wizard water works.
spilling its contents all over the floor.
My stuff.
You spilled your spaghetti.
It's all right.
Spaghetti just pouring out of his knapsack all over the floor. Ah, there's spaghetti everywhere.
That was my mom's spaghetti.
Oh.
All right, it was great seeing you guys. Thanks for watching.
I'm glad you're better, knapsack.
I also have a knapsack. You can have mine.
I'm just gonna be putting my spaghetti in.
Knapsack. It's all right. It's all right, knapsack. You can have my knapsack.
But I have to put the
While
spaghetti.
this is going on, I'm just gonna
Just
find
stuff
the
the spaghetti back in your
closest thing
pockets.
to a chair I can
It's
find.
okay.
Stairs. Stairs are good chairs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Why
do
they
that.
rhyme?
I'm pretty beat up.
Dump out the water out of my
I've
cauldron.
got some garlic. You can put in the spaghetti. It'll make it tastier.
Sipping my tea. I'm sad.
So as we're sitting here for a moment before we head forth to face the monkeys and the frogs, the group of you take a brief respite to collect yourselves and prepare.
My armor's all
About a
rusty.
10-minute
I'd say
wait.
approximately 10-minute break, so to speak. I know that typically in the Jasper's Game Day shows, I'm more familiar with D&D here, and there's something somewhat akin to a short rest now, is that there are a lot of activities you can do that take you about 10 minutes. You can refocus to recenter yourself and regain any class powers you might have used, like your gravity bow. You can treat your wounds. You can do a pretty good amount of non-magical healing, actually, nowadays, which I am super happy about. Which means that if anybody is proficient in the medicine skill, None of the goblins are proficient in medicine. Are they?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oops.
I mean,
Do
Whenever
you
we try
think
to
we
heal
had
something,
plans?
it just doesn't tend to work right.
Well, somebody can try anyway.
I could try.
I would. If
I
anyone
would
wants
like
to,
it if you tried.
I mean, like, really, it's like cooking, but you don't. You're still alive. Okay, so it's actually kind of like cooking, actually, sometimes. So I can make this happen. I have some spoons.
I have a spell for this, I do believe.
Don't
I'll
you
try.
just set things on fire? No, you don't want to cook.
Fireball.
Well, if you want to try to treat Omar, I believe also Knapsack has.
I'm just gonna
taken
refocus.
some.
No,
hits.
I'm not injured
You're not
anymore.
injured? Oh, you're right. He's soothed. So it's actually just Knapsack, or Omar, sorry, that's taking a bit of a beating there. So you'll refocus to get your lay on hands back as Grey Hattius works
Or-
his. Which one of you?
Which one wants to do it?
One of you can aid the other.
If neither of you
Aiding
starts doing
is
it, I'ma do it.
a flat DC 20.
It is unlikely that I
That
will
does
be
not
helpful.
scale.
I might actually say it is impossible that I will be helpful. I'm just gonna
He's
say that.
scooping spaghetti
You
into
want
his
to take
hat.
the lead, or should I take the lead?
I will support you with magic.
All right, so
Fantastic.
give me your.
I'm not
aid
proficient
roll.
at all.
Nobody is.
I'm a
Nobody is. Nobody's proficient.
magical help
Aid,
us.
so aid first. What do you
I'm
got?
the best. I'm the
Help us as it
best.
spins forever.
It's actually a 19.
That's an 18.
Wow, those are some dice actually.
I get a whopping +0.
So he's there for moral support.
I got a +2.
So what did you get?
Got a 19.
19 succeeds. Holy crap! It actually worked.
We actually somehow healed
2d8
him.
health.
Oh
Gonna
my
restore
god.
2d8
16!
Oh my god!
Oh,
I feel fantastic.
peak
What
goblin.
a champion!
Put a little mud in there.
That
You're
is
good.
peak
Just
goblin
rip out a
healing
peg and just
energy.
put it over the wound.
That doesn't work like that. Stop.
That feels better?
Oh.
I'm not helping at all. Just a piece of paper.
You just have a piece of paper.
Your wizard spell's done it!
Your natural medicine seems to be working quite well.
It's just mud in your wound.
Well, whatever it is, it's working. Though it's a little filthy and
might have
barbaric,
put a
I
little
still
bit of
enjoy
the-
it.
I might have put a little bit of the door sin in there as glue.
Oh, that's why it smells like rotten meat. Okay then.
My voice keeps going back and forth between being normal and being kind of tiny again.
You might be cursed. Tiny curse.
What's that? You know.
The door sin might have got you.
That is one of the doors sends many myriad of powers.
And that stupid water rusted all my armor off.
No.
That's
no,
the cost of making you big again.
That
I
wasn't
think
the
you
water.
just took your armor off.
Was it the pea that was in the water?
That wasn't the pea that was in the water.
Aha, he admits it. There was pea in the water.
I was aware of that. I
Little bit
could
of
smell
wuzzard.
it.
Little wuzzle in the whizzle. Woozle in the wazzle.
Well, as we ready ourselves to head forward. Oh. We'll go wild magic. Did I mention that was only half of the chickens? As you ready yourselves to proceed. 93!
I want it.
I
becomes,
succeed!
I want it.
It becomes a wave-based chicken survival game.
And the goblin heroes were never heard from again as they were
Who
buried.
wants it?
I want it.
Me.
Roll for it.
Done.
Roll off.
15, 16. Ah.
Hey, it's a 20.
Ow!
That's a 1.
Oh. I can't see it by the
I
time.
also rolled a 16.
I rolled a 16.
Roll off, you two.
Roll it off!
4. You got it.
As you prepare to move into the next chamber here,
Turns into a public plan.
You get wazzled in the whizzle.
we bring us back over yonder.
Gotta
Got to kind of rack everyone up a little bit because there's not a ton of space in this tiny hallway. And boy, Grey Hattius. He
Well then.
swells to a mighty,
Did,
not just a great height for a goblin, not just a great height for a long shank, but a truly gargantuan, maybe 8 feet,
did you take my height?
filling this passageway, meaning there's no hope of retreat now.
Is this what happens? Is this what happens when you get bit? My buzzy legs?
He took my height.
Are you allergic?
Give it back.
I think I am allergic.
It's a very severe allergic
Allergic
reaction to
reaction.
Buzzy Legs.
But
It's
think
just
of all
all
the
swollen.
wizard water you can make now.
We'll just cut you open and bleed you. It'll be fine.
We'll worry about this later.
Look how well my remedies worked already.
Can we eat him?
Probably.
So what are you all doing as you ready to come through into the basement?
Scout.
Stealth.
Scouty sneaky. Sneaky beaky.
Sneaking?
Just gonna hang in there.
You don't see me.
I'm doing it, bro. I can't see them. They can't
The chaos is real.
It's madness.
What is happening?
Don't worry, the normal streams are worse.
Somehow that's all not entirely wrong. What are you doing, Clatter? Other than causing a great name, by the way. Other than causing a fantastic clatter.
I think Clatter will. I guess I best be looking around. I don't know if I can trust Omar to be able to see things. All the shininess gets in his eyes.
How about you, Amarth?
Scouting.
I'm already.
You gotta. He's guys. He can be
you're
seeking.
scouting?
You can.
Okay.
You can
Yeah,
watch.
I'll seek with his shield.
Alrighty. So, you slide the door open, knapsack at the front, gigantic gray Hadius in the rear. We're noting here that we are all goblins. We all have dark vision. You don't have any lights or anything with you. You're just down this stairwell. You are unbothered by the darkness, though you can't see color, but color is weird and it makes you look really green. You don't like it anyway. But through here, you can see your basement.
Gotta put the safety on my
What?
boat.
Why? What is with all this poultry?
See, I didn't know about the chickens until literally like 1 hour before the show, and I already had all of the birds set up for this. But you can see the main hall of the Bumblebrasher domain. You know the area very well. It's a long hallway with several forks off to the left, several forks off to the right. Definitely not a map I just lifted from the Age of Ashes Adventure Path by Paizo, because there is not a pile of rubble there at the moment. That is a stairwell, because that hasn't been destroyed yet.
Where are Zerk and Sniggles?
Zerk and Sniggles, you have kobolds that you kind of share your domain with, as they are very mighty dragons.
They are mighty dragons.
You know, live off to the left, far back away. But sometimes they hold council at the end of the hall.
It is the dragon's lair.
Not what you're going for right now. Your focus is on the stairwell ahead of you that will lead up to the courtyard, then up to the towers, where you can ignite your bag of magical hero signaling something. Juice. Now, notably,
Wizard smoke.
It's a wizard.
there are a pair of what look like very large, very live chickens.
Hold
You're not-
on. Are they large?
To the goblins.
Are you sure?
Not to me.
Not to Grey Hadius, but like,
This is large. This is our new idea of large.
they are bigger than you.
I know, that's pretty big.
In the darkness, you cannot see their vibrant, colorful plumage.
Oh.
But Dirk
did you
suddenly
forget what these
remembered
were?
what they were. You cannot see their vibrant, colorful
I
plumage.
call them level 1 blenders.
Flashback.
Or the foul, the bird rave parties.
But they have very long tails of disconnected, waving feathers that seem almost prehensile, that move and even twist and twirl around each other in pretty impressive and really kind of distracting patterns, even without all of the bright colors involved. As you slide the door open, you don't immediately see any of the monkey men or the frog men. But these birds weren't here last time. The one nearest to the door, as it opens, turns its head, looking kind of towards the doorway. But you don't get the sense it can really see you.
Can't see in the dark. I can't see in the dark. I'm gonna start sneaking. Everybody sneak.
Hey guys, they're out there.
We're sneaking.
As you speak, one of them takes kind of a tentative step towards the doorway here. Like, walking still about 10 feet out.
Okay, little friends, run and
You
distract,
see
run
as
and
its
chase, run
tail
and chase.
kind of curl up, fanning out behind it almost like a peacock.
So, Clatter is going to cast Ghost Sound because I never thought this would actually be potentially useful, but we're gonna try it.
You're gonna cast Ghost Sound because we have an opportunity to cast Ghost Sound, and this has never happened before.
It's freaking crazy. So I'm gonna create an auditory illusion of simple sounds, which is going to sound like something much smaller than the birds scurrying past them and down one of the side hallways.
Ooh, okay. Do they have a will save? Is that?
No, I'm just legit making a noise.
Yeah, I guess it's literally just kind of ventriloquism.
Yeah.
All right, so make me a deception check.
Sure.
I don't need to do that on the map scene. I can just do this.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Goblin heroes.
Goblin heroes.
I saved the spaghetti.
The one nearest to you immediately struts off down an adjoining side hall, turning, walking, whacking its face on the wall, but trying to follow after the sound, bumbling, clearly unable to see where it's going. The other one was a bit further back and is still there, but it's cleared a bit of space at the front of this room. Goblin heroes can begin to sneak their beaky.
I'm gonna try to get behind it, sneak behind it, so that in case it does attack, we can at least flank it.
Okay. And as you are sneaking on up,
Grey Hattius is not
Grey
going to fit
Hattius
down this
completely
hallway.
plugging the doorway. Roll me a stealth check.
Nat 20.
You can't just keep rolling 20s!
You have to roll the
Watch
die, not
me.
pick a number.
Just roll 20.
What
Duh.
is, what is
What was
this?
this?
Just roll
This is
20s,
making up for the last
forehead.
Goblin game
It's
we
on your
played.
dagger.
What happened yesterday? I didn't know all this yesterday.
So as you come around, very sneaky beaky, like up behind the bird, it doesn't seem to notice you at all. It's got its little beak just kind of pecking at a crack in the floor, kind of pulling at it like it's trying to figure out what it is. Clatter's cleared a pretty good space for him to come through. Leafy, how about you?
If we're snaking, I'm a snake.
All right, give me a stealth check.
21.
21's pretty sneaky. What are you trying to do? Just sneak past?
Yeah, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, boop, 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 over towards the stairwell.
Yep.
Omarth, good sir.
I'm not exactly built for sneaking. However, I'm going to attempt it.
Gonna do your best.
It's a +1, so that counts for something.
That's not a negative.
It's not a negative.
Although I am wearing full plate, or not full plate. I'm wearing. What exactly am I wearing?
Are you wearing
Scale mail?
chainmail? Oh, does scale mail have the noisy trait?
I don't think
No,
so.
I
I think it's
chain's the one
just
with the noisy.
chainmail.
Yeah,
that
it's
has a
just
noisy
chainmail
trait.
that's noisy.
So you're okay then.
Okay.
Man.
It's an 11.
11. As you go to sneak up, kind of closest thing, kind of close to Clatter, the bird turns and looks right up, not towards you, but towards your feet, where you're walking. And its tail pops up and spreads. Each of the feathers kind of waving in a very distracting, scintillating display. Everybody make me a will save. It's time.
Even Mike. I'm just leaving.
It's pretty distracting.
Oh,
Fair enough.
I'm not doing so hot.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Natural 1, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got, Elmarth?
11.
You are very distracted by this strange posturing it's doing. You are dazzled. You find it kind of hard to look away, hard to focus on other things. How about you, Grey Hattius?
12.
You are also dazzled. Clatter?
I got an 11.
Dazzled.
I got a 12.
Dazzled. Good thing I have a lot of these cards. And basically, you are going to treat everything as if it was concealed from you because you just can't really look away.
Now, what does it do? Does
But-
it just steal my soul or something?
No, it's a rainbow chicken. You have to harvest the rainbow.
But, my good friend Leafy, this display confuses and enrages you. You're not really sure why,
He's in cahoots with the rabbit, of course.
but you maybe. You swear you see the rabbit. It's like he's mocking you. This is clearly one of its henchmen. All of this very well may have just been a ploy to bring you down to this exact moment. You are confused.
Join the club, my friend.
And you are now going to spend 3 actions attacking Knapsack. However you see fit. As he is the closest thing to you, and you are positive he's responsible.
I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Knapsack, you dirty traitor. Hunt prey.
Wait, do we get initiative?
Well, no one else, they're like, he's just going.
That's a 13.
What are you doing?
He's shooting your longbow freaking point blank.
Yeah.
He plants his longbow, literally pulls back and releases the string, and he just goes, tink! on Knapsack's armor. He's not even arranged to, like, shoot the arrow.
What are you doing?
And, that's a 10.
Tink! Tink! The same arrow. He just pink,
He's pulled
pink.
it back.
Or no, that's an 8, because I roll at a flat, yeah, so that's an 8.
Yeah, it's a difficult issue.
Spaghetti's in this one.
Put it in the cauldron.
There's too much spaghetti. And as these arrows clatter against Knapsack and his armor, making a lot of noise, you hear more of the strange monkey creatures in the distance down a side hall. You hear a door open up above you.
Oh.
And you see a frogman step out. Looking out into the room, seeing Omarth as well as you're the one that's directly forward and hearing this clanging. He has a club in one hand, and he raises it and kind of points out the party. Babulale! And turns to look back behind him. To which a monkey calls in response. And now we're probably gonna need some initiative. I think it's definitely initiative o'clock, my friends.
Nice.
Fear has lent me wings.
Oh, yeah, of course, I'd roll really well now.
It's been like half and half today. Let's be honest.
50-50. We're doing our best.
We're goblins. What do you expect?
Nothing has exploded yet, so it's going better than I thought.
I mean, his hat is full of spaghetti.
All right, Knapsack.
16.
Clatter.
Clatter gets a 23.
Woo! Gray Hatches.
21.
Woo! Omarth.
13.
I was really hoping for a single digit to wrap up the 20s, just because it'd be funny. Leafy.
25.
Oh.
25.
Jeez.
And our good friend the Bogard
Being twitchy has its advantages.
gets a 17. The bird gets a 12. Clearly is still not really sure what's going on. The bird just looks like distressed and confused. The frogman clearly quite upset. Leafy is still confused.
Well, the card says my actions are determined by the GM.
Yep. You are going to attack. We're gonna roll the lottery of targets here. You know, you never really trusted Grey Hadius's magic. This giant man stuck in the door, he blew our cover.
All your magics have been up to no good. Hunt prey, shoot twice.
Pew.
Pretty sure you hit.
Oh boy, that's a 20. Not on the die total. That's a 20.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Last
God.
bad, but he hits.
The problem is this might kill you.
I'm down.
That's the third time. That just does 9.
I'm down.
So he
There you go.
shoots at Grey Hadius.
I don't shoot him again, do I?
No, who wedged in this doorway seems to just kind of be stuck wedged in this doorway given his very large frame. And then, confused, you are going to continue scrambling backwards towards the staircase. Now just trying to get out of here.
The church is down. Gotta go.
Who has the plan bag?
I do.
I think Omar does, yeah. He was the noble hero who accepted the quest.
Wait, what happened?
Let's find out! As Clatter thinks the situation perhaps changing a little bit here.
Oh, Lord.
I want it.
Clatter's turn.
It's Clatter's turn.
Really is a very confusing situation, isn't it? Oh, you are also confused.
Yeah.
This is great.
Very confusing situation.
Join the club.
Don't worry, we're goblins. This will all turn out fine.
So, Clatter starts banging his pots together to inspire himself because he wants that plan bag. What do you have? You're going to telekinetic projectile on Omarth.
I'm gonna telekinetic projectile the plan bag into your face.
You pick it up, whack.
Just put it in there.
Hey, your lost pot probably.
My spaghetti.
It's over already.
He just couldn't keep it in his pockets.
Am I still dazzled?
You are still dazzled,
So
so
flat
roll me a
check.
concealment check.
7.
Passes.
All right.
Then roll me a spell attack roll against Omar as you slap him with his own plan bag because he wanted. And you are inspired yourself.
Woo. 21.
Bonk.
Bonk.
I mean, it hits. Even with my shield raised, it hits.
We're expecting the plan bag. It's 8 total.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's gonna soak up most of it, but it still like ricochets off and smacks him in the chin.
It's like you and your shield will both take 3 points of damage then. Which I
Give me
believe...
that bag.
Does that shield have 10 health?
It has 20.
20, alright, so you're fine.
Well, I mean, it
It's
took
got-
2 from me.
Right, I
eating
meant
it
like does it
earlier.
have 10 total? Because if it had 10 total, it'd be broken right now because it's a half. But it's only, you're good because it's got 5 on it.
No. It's got plenty of juice left in it.
Alright, well,
Wazard.
Greyhazius would have been next. But now it is going to
I
be
wonder
the
what happened.
Hour of Boggart. And as this Boggart lurches forth, charging into battle, you hear a growling roar.
What?
You hear the sound of a large bear.
They
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
opened the wrong door.
Oh
behind him.
No.
And you see a massive paw come swiping down at the back of this boggard, just slapping him down onto the pavement as you see it drag him back into the darkness.
Somebody else gonna be having him for lunch.
Oh yeah, he's been down here a while. He's probably really hungry.
Big Bumble is the Bumblebrashers mascot. A bear that some years ago, you inexplicably managed to get down here. While stories say it was much smaller at the time, it's hard to imagine Big Bumble ever being smaller than the biggest thing you've ever seen. You don't really think he can fit through this hallway to get to you, but he usually doesn't eat goblins, usually.
It's just because the goblins stay out of his way.
Because we not dumb enough to go in that door
So that
without
bugger
food.
doesn't seem like he's going to be much of a problem. However, is it really a situation if it's not constantly getting worse? You see several of the monkey men, sickles in one hand, with a lashed length of leather cord coming out from the hafts wrapped around their other, rushing towards a door at the far end, coming out from the side where the armory is, where you keep all of your best sticks and some longshank weapons too. Knapsack, sorry.
Knapsack is gonna move away from the rooster, who doesn't really seem to mean him any intentional harm at this point.
He's just kind of wiggling his tails around. Yeah, he's not really attacking you.
He's gonna drop his halberd and pull out his sword and shield.
Okay.
and then move toward the door to intercept the Chiruka.
Okay. So, as you move up, you have a 25-foot movement speed?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep.
You want to go on the south side or you want to go in the middle?
South side.
Ready as you can be.
Yep.
Okay, and that brings us to now Omoth.
I saw that our little wizard friend
I'm a wizard.
went down, so I'm going to rush to his aid and lay on hands him to stabilize him.
Make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to make you move it again. Sorry.
And on top of that, because it is lay on hands, he gets a +2 status bonus to his AC for 1 round.
How much health does he get? 6?
6.
So
He gets up is what he gets.
he gets up. Still very large. Still wedged in the door. Your Hadius awakens as Omar's magic brings you around. And there's you still have 1 action left because laying hands is 1.
Bring him back up. I help him up.
Come. Oh, God, you're so big and heavy. Come on now, get up. Take my stance and get ready for battle.
5 more minutes, Ma. I go to wizard school.
I
5
said
more
get
minutes.
The northern bird is just kind of wandering off to go do northern bird stuff. The bird in the middle of the room just seems confused. And he,
Not the only one.
Not the only one.
There's a lot going on right now, and it's completely blind. So it is going to. Actually, you are still dazzled.
Oh, okay. I don't
It is,
remember how long it lasts.
Going to sit, waving its tails around once more.
It's just gonna
Everyone's
sit
already
down
been
and
well
cry.
affected by that, so it's just going to maintain that. Before it moves towards the nearest sound source it can find, pecking kind of randomly towards Clatter. You are hidden from this creature because it cannot see you.
Yay.
Which means it needs a DC 11 flat check, total 50-50 to actually even get to target you with an attack, which it fails. So it pecks vaguely in your direction, obviously unable to see where you're actually standing. And Leafy, you kind of come to your senses. You realize, wait, that's not a rabbit, that's a bird. You're no longer confused.
Fantastic.
Lasted 2 rounds. So it is your turn.
Would his initiative get moved to behind mine because I'm the one that took him down?
I suppose it would, yes.
You still get to act this round.
Yeah, he would be. Actually, it would be his turn because he would go
Yeah.
before you, right? It would be you right now. Sorry, it'd be to 24 initiative now, or 26 rather. So it would be real Wizard R's turn. My mistake.
I'm gonna cast a very real tiny fireball at the bird because now I'm upset.
Now you're mad about it.
Well, that's the flat check to hit because I'm still dazzled.
Okay.
That was a 6.
And then the spell attack roll.
Then the spell attack roll.
Hey.
Hey, for a 25. That's
Pretty
not right. 23. I can't math.
23 definitely hits.
20 something.
20 something definitely hits.
For a total of 7 fire damage.
Poof.
Whoosh.
Of cooking chickens.
And that looks like it is a fairly large bird, but it actually does not look a lot sturdier than a chicken. That's not going to poof it into a cooked rotisserie immediately.
And for my last action, flat check. Because,
Yep.
and then my one action, elemental toss.
You have the aura thing.
We're back, boys. That's the aura thing.
That is how the aura thing works. Typically, yeah, as you fling it, it doesn't hit anything. So now it'll be Leafy's turn.
What is between me and the Chiruka?
Between you and the Chiruka, it looks like about a door and 25 feet of space.
That's a closed door?
No, the door's open. You can see it's on the map as the door frames are, but we have this door is open. It's open
Okay.
on their side. It looks like they pushed them all open while they were like looking through the floor and rooting around.
Well, I reckon that one there in the back, he's approximately far enough I can get a good shot on him.
It's over 30 feet.
So, I'm gonna hunt him
Hunt him.
with a gravity weapon.
The gravity
And
weapon.
then I'm gonna prop my bow up in this rubble here. And I'm gonna shoot him. We do not have is
No
this just on
inspired.
you?
He inspired himself.
I inspired myself. I had no.
Because he
I
didn't
had no
consider you
friends.
allies at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 15.
15 is not gonna hit. As you shoot this arrow, and as it flies forward, it kind of seems to just like stop in front of you and just slowly sort of start sinking. But you hear a much more
Must have cast gravity weapon wrong.
The gravity weapon perhaps is
Gravity
a little bit
arrow.
different than you wanted. You can hear a worse noise. What sounds like the growling roar of some kind of a dinosaur from the stairwell below. The stairwell here goes both up and down, and you seem to have attracted a lot of attention in the only way a goblin stealth mission could possibly have gone. And something very big and angry
Oh no.
You woke the dragon!
is making its way
Downtown?
up the stairs.
We very much so Ocean 11's this.
Why did you wake the dragon?
So as you fire, these Chiruka rush
Attack of opportunity.
forward. Don't worry about it. But as they get through the doorway, they start Baywatching it, kind of running slow. And then they sort of float a little bit off the ground. And you can see
what?
the air waver a little bit as they run directly into a gelatinous cube
Oh my god.
parked right outside the doors.
Oh, we almost died.
This is Frank. You've known Frank has been down here. He's really hard to keep track of, but he usually stays back in the armory with the sticks. Maybe they shouldn't have opened all the doors.
Aye, you stupid monkeys. There's a reason we kept that door closed.
So with two Chiruka now suspended inside this cube, that's going to bring us to Clatter.
Back away.
Has he dropped the bag of the plan bag yet? I need that plan bag, man.
I mean, technically, you used it as a projectile to hit me in the face.
Yeah, but it's still on your person.
So
It
you
just hit
still-
you.
Would you have grabbed onto it after that, or
I mean,
would it
yeah.
have dropped to the ground? So you still got a hold of it.
Oh, we can't have that. Give me that bag. That bag! I need the bag!
No,
Inspiring himself.
Inspire myself.
Casting telekinetic projectile on Omarth again.
I'm the responsible one. I keep the bag.
Hero point. Give me that bag! 20.
That hits.
He's gonna bonk him again.
Whap! 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna absorb 7 of that with my shield.
Yeah, can you do you absorb more while you're in your stance? That's awesome. So
Yeah.
you're gonna absorb 7, but this is gonna crunch into your shield, and it's gonna. I guess if it's hardness 7, it only takes 3. It's still not broken.
Yep.
Yeah, you and your shield are gonna take 3. Well, that stance is awesome.
I told you, this is great.
That's super cool.
And I take 3 as well. Alrighty.
Okay, and that will bring us now to Knapsack
Oh,
with two Chirukas suspended in Frank in front of you. And you can still hear Big Bumble mauling a boggart in the distance. But more reinforcements seem to be coming, and you can hear something massive coming up from below at the stairs.
all right. So which is the way up to get to the tower?
Up, you can go the stairs, and you can just go up.
All right. I'm gonna clear the way, but I need you to follow me with the bag.
Sorry, I had to get him up.
So I'm gonna go
Ow.
up there, and I'm gonna go out a little ways to try to make sure that there's nothing else blocking their way to
Alright.
get them.
So Knapsack heads up the stairs. Omarth the Shiny.
Well, with my shield up still, I'm going to carefully maneuver myself around the bird towards Knapsack.
And if you want to take 2 actions to move, you can get about to Leafy.
Yep. That'll probably work for me, and I still have my shield up, just
Okay.
because I know what craziness is ready.
The bird here, still pretty confused and distressed at the concept of Clatter existing. Is gonna fail concealment. It's gonna fail concealment.
It's a bird.
I'm very short.
Oh, it's gonna pass the 3rd concealment. All right, what do you swing at it? -10. +1. Let's go. Let's peck a clock.
Maybe.
6.
Bonk.
Good try.
It's pecking on
Making
my
some banging.
helmet the whole
yeah, he's
time.
just pecking your helmet. He's making his own. He's trying to inspire his own courage. He
You know
likes
those
to beat
little
your laying down.
cockatiels that like they find a drum or a cup and they start tapping on it?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
So, Grey Hatius, still embiggened.
Still very upset with the concept of this bird. I don't have the plan bag. They have the plan bag. It's all part of my plan.
Roll me concealment.
Concealment. That's a 19.
Good.
That's where all the good rolls go. That's a 19.
Dang.
Wow.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh, the dice
For 26 total.
are so feast or famine here. He's flat-footed because he can't see you, so that's a critical hit.
Very roasted.
Whoosh.
So he takes
Maximum.
Jeez, dude.
You have to roll the dice. You can't just pick numbers.
9. 9 times 2 is 18, and then he's also on fire because of persistent fire damage.
18 is absolutely going to explode this bird. And
Just so you know, I
In
have a
the
goblin feat called
dis-
Burn It.
in the distance, you hear a third bird coming to explain why there's two when you get here later. They weren't supposed to die. You have one extra left.
I've got to out of the door and just start jogging down the hallway.
And as you run, you shrink back down to your regular size.
It turns out.
It's like that thing where you like step down the stairs behind the couch.
And the group of you can see there are several more of these assailants. A boggart in the southern room who looks, well, like he's not really sure what to do about all of the Chiruka being held in the weird gel in front of him. But there was another boggart, frogman, and another monkey man in the central room who are standing around this, well, where occasionally you meet with Zerk and Sniggles to discuss matters of great import to the mighty dragons and the Bumblebrashers and their hideouts. But they look like they're very busy. There is a tiny doll that you can just barely see, surrounded already by the corpses of a couple of the monkeys, which seems to be somehow standing up to the onslaught of a great number of these. You didn't know this doll was here. You're not sure what it is, but it absolutely looks like a bad time for everyone involved. Leafy.
Well, come back to my senses.
The lizard poking his nose up around the corner of the stairs. May be your last opportunity to escape before he blocks the stairwell entirely.
Steal the bag and run up the stairs.
Make me a thievery check. Against Omar's perception.
Why not just ask?
Because we're goblins.
Well, that
It's a
is.
snatch than a steal.
That's an 11.
You do not steal the bag.
I don't know. What's your perception?
It's a 3, so plus 10.
So 13.
I almost.
You almost stole the bag with an 11. He's dazzled. Does that give you a massive perception? Or am I crazy?
No, it's just a flat check.
No, it's just a flat check.
It's just a flat check.
But you're concealed from him, which means he's flat-footed. It doesn't apply to that, though.
It doesn't
no,
apply
you
to
don't.
that,
You
though.
don't steal the bag. You reach for the bag, but you don't get it. You clearly see Leafy trying to grab the plan bag.
I'm just shoving him off with my shield. Oh, stop it.
Stop it! Stop it!
2 actions left. Run, Leafy, run.
Do it again. There's no penalty.
There's no multiple.
It's one action.
Give me
14.
14. He grabs the bag and runs up the stairs.
Got your
back
man.
here.
Clatter.
The most goblinist
Bring
moment
that
ever.
bag back! Chase, chase, chase!
I'm going after Leafy.
And Gray Hatches.
Goblo Espedio up the stairs.
He just says random gibberish as he runs.
And as the group of you escape
It's a nice bag you got there.
up to the
That'd be a shame if someone
All of
was to
you people
take it.
are so unreliable.
up to the courtyard. You overcome your confusion as you run here, Clutter. Making it up to the surface, away from the absolute mayhem that has broken out in the Bumblebrasher hideout. As you rush, the dazzling wear off. So yeah, dazzling wears off as well. As you rush up the stairs, you can hear this massive lizard dog thing. You had briefly seen one of them up here before, so maybe they brought it back down.
Nope.
Didn't. There's 2. But as it thunders its way up the stairs, its roars becoming more and more aggressive and closer behind you. This thing is way too frickin' large to fit up the staircase. It is bursting its way up, shattering the stone support in the middle of this winding stairway as it heads down, crushing the stairs below it, rupturing the stairs above it, forcing its way to the top. You arrive at the courtyard. To see, they do have a second one, and it went the rest of the way up. That explains why these stairs are so weirdly wide now. There's your nice pool off to the side, the standing muddy well of stagnant water that you have
mosquito.
enjoyed for your
Don't you talk about my
mosquito-ridden,
bath that way.
bath/drinking/cooking water supply. There is one monkey man, one more giant lizard dog thing up here. The stairs are immediately to your left that head up to the ramparts. But as you arrive, it'll be after Greyhatius, so it'll be Clatter's turn, and then Monkey Boy.
Give me that bag!
You're not confused anymore.
I guess I'm not confused anymore.
I mean, you can try and.
You can still
steal
be
it.
mad about it.
I could, actually.
We're goblins. We're not known for our, temperament.
Yeah, no. It's probably just the rhythm I'm running with right now.
He's not confused. Now he's just convinced himself he wants it.
Yeah. Well, why would I have been trying to grab it this whole time if I didn't want it?
It's clearly important.
It's clearly important. I've got to get this up there. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna try to snatch it and just as I run past. 19 on the die. 25.
Clatter grabs the bag from Leafy.
Run up those stairs.
All right, what's your speed? 25?
Speed 25.
Like 25. So you can make it up to about this landing, where you are going to make your way up onto the top level. Let me give you a vision, good sir. Well, they didn't have it on everybody.
it's dark.
It makes it kind of it makes it lag a little bit if I have vision on absolutely everybody.
Ah, that's fair.
So you didn't have like independent vision. You're up at the top. This is the moment. If you had any actions left, this is where you need to light the bag,
Ha.
and then we'll probably have to figure out how we're escaping. Seems like it might be
Jumping
a concern.
off the wall.
This is my moment.
The monkey, who's most of you up, turns towards this weird lizard dog and lashes back at it with a whip, calling out again in this strange language, Wazakimi! And pointing out to the group of you before he charges forward, swinging with a sickle towards Omoth the Shiny. For a 16 to hit.
Nope. He just, as that sickle comes down, he just kind of pivots just enough to just glance off.
You get to
his
fight
shield.
something that's goblin sized. This is what you're built for.
Please, I am a champion of the shiny bucket. Nothing can defeat me so easily.
Missing a few
well,
teeth. I'm sorry.
Bring us the knapsack.
They grow back.
It's true.
Hey, you, looky here. Okay. I'll move up into the square next to him, and with my sword and board, he'll come out and he'll kind of whip his sword around and try to stab him in the side.
All right, give me an attack roll.
That is going to be a 12.
All I heard was wild magic.
Ooh, I heard the whole
Wild
thing.
magic, and it's on the bag.
Hoping for that fireball.
Oh God!
This is how it lights on fire.
It would light it.
I mean, it would. And everything else around it.
Chell didn't tell me it was self-combusting.
It
No
too
one
turns
knew.
into
It
a
doesn't
giant
apply
chicken
to a
monster.
bag. You can't do that to a bag. Hold on, let me roll it again.
The bag
What
turns into a giant
happens?
chicken monster.
To the bag.
The bag's a mimic.
The bag is a mimic.
I gotta find something that can apply to a bag.
A greater cursed magical
As
item.
you pull it up, as if somehow resistant to the efforts of the Bumblebrashers to complete their mission, the bag rings out an ear-shattering, sonorous wail. Make me a fortitude save. Letter.
You're a
Bang my hat. Counter performance.
Yep. You're a bard.
Bunk, 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 bunk.
Doing bard things.
All right. It's a fortitude save, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I can look real quick.
I think it is.
I can I'm just pulling stuff out of my butt here, so let's see. It is, in fact, a fortitude save.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my performance check instead of my fortitude save.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a really bad one.
You roll your fortitude save as well with that.
Oh, and you get to pick which one you want?
Yeah, you roll both.
Oh, that's handy.
Okay, fair enough. Counter performance is good.
The bag casts Wail of
I'll
Banshee.
do that one instead.
Take the
It's a
fortitude save.
21.
21.
Unless it's fear, in which case it's a 20. Oh, I don't have that up yet.
It's
so
not fair. 21 will succeed.
Woo.
So you are going to take half damage. Whoop. Yep. Whoop. Yep.
Wow,
Wild magic. Which is 3 points of sonic damage. And you are stunned 1 by this explosion of sound from the bag, which means you will lose 1 action at the start of your next turn. The Knapsack, we were snacking a guy with a sword was happening, and
Yep.
you had hit him, I believe. Oh, you got 12. You
I
did
had a
not
12.
hit him. You have 1 action left, though.
Oh, no, don't you dare! Bad monkey! That is much better. That's gonna be a 19.
19 will hit him.
Ha! Gotcha. It's gonna be 10 points of piercing.
All right, this monkey doesn't look terribly sturdy. He doesn't look like he could take another one of those, but that alone's not going to bring him down. Omarth.
Good show, sir. Allow me to show you how it's done. Shield boss.
That is a
Math.
math. Math is hard. Okay, that's 11. That's probably
11's not going to hit him, no.
Well,
I rolled pretty low too, so I'm gonna try it again. Much better, -5, so that's 14.
14's not going to hit him either.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna raise shield.
well, maybe not today. Later.
All right.
That doesn't look like a lot better than what I did.
Grey Hatchus.
Grey Hattius is going to use a move action to go towards those stairs. I'm not going to stay down here.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Just keep throwing me up the stairs.
You could pretty easily
Steal
make
the
your
bag while
way
you're on your way.
to the top of the stairs here.
the
Up
bag is screaming.
right behind Clatter. You see him banging on his head as the bag is screaming.
I steal the bag. I'm pretty sure I stole the bag.
What do you get?
What's on the die?
That's an 8.
Cool, I got a 9.
He does not steal the bag.
It seems
What do
like
you-
a thing to do.
He tries.
It's the cool. What all the
Leafy.
cool kids are doing.
Well, now, that's a mighty big dog you got there. I'm going to hunt it.
All right.
So, hunt prey, gravity weapon is still up. It lasts for a minute.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a good focus spell.
21.
21 will hit it.
Or 22. Not
Pointer
that it matters.
still hits it.
Yeah. For 11 damage.
Okay. Solid hit.
Good show.
And then I'm going to move up the stairs.
First, make it angry, then abandon the frontliners.
1 move or 2?
That's 2 actions.
Two
Hunt,
actions.
prey, shoot,
Okay.
move.
So 1 action, you'll start getting your way up the stairs. And now it is the turn of giant dinosaur doggo thing, which is going to stampede up after you as you shoot it in the face. It is definitely mad. And it comes up to this staircase that's jutting out from the inside of the keep's walls here at the center of CD Dell. It's not terribly well supported. So as the other dinosaur, dog, lizard, demon monster crams its way up, you hear stone and rubble moving as this one puts its front legs up to get onto the stairs. The stairs crack down under its weight. It pushes down at the top of the actual staircase itself, starting a massive torrential collapse of the northern side of the keep wall. It looks about like this.
You
The-
owe me 120 gold.
The huge pile of rubble coming down absolutely smothers the creature that's coming up the stairs under its mass, as well as anything that might have been behind it. This creature is still largely okay as it's up on the top, but Knapsack and Omarth, the fierce, are very much in the blast zone here, as is the monkey. Give me some reflex saves.
Oh boy.
It's a 15.
Seems appropriate.
Oh, 16.
Too proud to move out
Is
of
that
the
a
way for
hazard?
the avalanche.
It is a hazard.
Then that's going to be 16.
Okay.
6.
Well, that's 6 and a 16. Both are proud goblin defenders, as well as the monkey, are swept away in a torrential downpour of rubble. At this point, the lizard down at the bottom, up on his hind legs, clawing at the bit of wall, has no real way to get its way up here. But the three of you are up top with the plan. What are you doing?
Stealing the bag.
I think we're high.
It would be your round that would come around first.
Are those braziers actually there?
They would be there. They would not be lit.
They would not be lit? Okay. Tall enough. Throw it in there. Flint and tinder.
Frantically trying to start a fire here to get this. And as the two of you, Leafy and Grey Hattius, both scramble to attempt to pull the bag away to be the one who gets to set it on fire.
While actively burning.
The burlap itself starts to catch, and a very thick crimson smoke starts to emanate and billow up from the brazier. A huge pillar, certainly visible from the nearby town of Breach Hill. The heroes are on their way, but you're sort of stuck on top of the ramparts, and there is a giant lizard dog behind you, and the stairs back down just got destroyed. So,
I guess we'll just roll it up here.
I'm unbreakable. I only take half damage from falling in
I'm a
hazards.
tree dweller. I'll just climb down.
So-
I'll just stay up here.
Actually, I might have rope. I totally have rope.
I totally have rope as well.
I don't know what adventuring party comes without rope.
I'm just a
cannot have
cook.
rope. That's illegal.
Let's tie our rope together. I have 100 feet of rope.
So give me a crafting check.
Oh boy.
20.
Grey Hattius, real wizard, uses his exceptional magic
Tyus Ropius Gobbo.
to bind these ropes together.
Just tie a piece of paper in the rope.
To bind these ropes together,
As
anchoring
if they
them
were always one.
against the battlements, allowing the three of you to climb back down and rejoin the Bumblebrasher tribe. We'll never forget the sacrifices of Knapsack the Fierce and Omarth the Shiny.
I'm convinced that I'm fine. I'm unbreakable.
I'm a ball of metal.
Buried under there.
who
This is fine.
perhaps very well may have been rescued. Who knows? Because here is where our adventure ends.
Why can't I ever make it out of a goblin adventure alive?
It's a
Ever.
miracle if anyone makes it. I mean, 3 out of 5 is really good odds for a
As far
goblin
as
adventure.
goblins go, yeah.
You know, you're not wrong.
That's a pretty solid one. And thus, the stage is set for the Age of Ashes to begin. As this very smoke signal that our heroes have sent up is the one that Warble Bumblebrasher, down in the humble town of Breach Hill, brings to the town's council to call together hopeful adventurers for a call for heroes to investigate Citadel Altarian on Hell Knight Hill and see what has befallen
Who,
our fair goblins.
who, let's be honest, are actually much less competent than this group of goblins on their first outing out.
In some ways, yeah.
Now, you know what would
So-
be real interesting? Running this as you did with a separate group before running an Age of Ashes group, and depending on how well they do, it
That
affects
changes what actually is on the basement.
That'd be really
So,
funny.
thank you, all of you, for coming and hanging out. Thank you for your incredibly
Thank you
generous
so much. Yes,
donations to Jasper's Game Day. All that money is going to mental health charities. It is a cause
Thank
that is
you.
absolutely worth our time and effort coming here to put on what show we can to raise money for. And of course, thank you to Fenway and Jasper's Game Day for having us. Thank you. I believe it was the earpiece lady whose name I can't say on the screen right now, and I'm sorry, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Fenway.
No,
like
no,
Fenway
that's
Park.
not Fenway. It's telling me the donation stuff.
Oh.
Whoever's actually
Oh.
telling me things for letting all of the chickens and the wild magic stuff happen.
Oh, Squid, there's no actual person in your ear. Are you doing that thing again?
I'm just losing my
Are
mind.
you just losing it?
But gonna be it for our adventures right now. There will be more shows as part of Jasper's Spring Spectacular going on this weekend, I do believe, and you shouldn't have to hang out for terribly long to see another one and hang out for another group and their dumb tabletop festivities. It will be difficult to be dumber than this, because when you set up a goblin one-shot, you're setting the bar at as stupid as physically possible.
It's lovely.
I'd like to believe we fulfilled
I had
that.
intelligence 16.
This is from the
You have
front
intelligence?
yard.
Did anyone have positive wisdom? Just curious.
Nope.
Nope.
We are the
I
Two
did.
Perception Show, and if I could just, if you're interested in our shenanigans, you can find us at 2Perception on Twitter. YouTube.com/2Perception has all of our adventures, and we actually are officially sponsored by Paizo, the makers of this Pathfinder role-playing game, to run the very campaign that this is a prequel to every Saturday over on the official twitch.tv/official Paizo channel. That's going to be up for it for us for now. We went a little over, which is why a good thing that I asked in advance if we had a super hard stop
Yeah.
time. We had to finish our glorious escape.
The big
I hope
brain.
you have all enjoyed, and I hope you continue to enjoy what's left of the adventures the rest of the weekend.
Bye, everyone.
But for
Bye.
now,
Bye.
indeed, bye everybody.
Good on ya.
It's been fun. What a
It's
magical.
It's been something.
It's been something.
What a magical adventure.
That was
Ah.
great.
Oh.